Alright, so we're back live on Ghana Web TV. This is the final day of the FIFA World Cup playoff for Qatar 2022. Today, our focus will be at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. The Black Stars of Ghana will be playing as visitors to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The first leg ended goalless, but today we are about to see what will happen. The winner of this tie will make it to the FIFA World Cup in Qatar. We'll also be updating you on what will be going on in Senegal as the Teranga Lions host the Pharaohs of Egypt. My name is Joel Leshen, and today joining me do the discussion is sub-editor from mynigeria.com, Baba Tunde. Baba, good evening, thanks for joining me here. And Perez Ezwakwa, senior journalist for Ghana Web. Good evening, gentlemen, and thanks for joining me. We've seen the lineup from the two sides, starting from Nigeria. A couple of changes from Augustine Iguavon. If you go through the lineup, what do you think is the game plan of Iguavon?
I think clearly that he's going for the kill. I mean, he's going an all-attacking to realize that the likes of Emmanuel Dennis, Frankie Tebo, and all those guys have come in because he feels that this is a game where they are playing at home, a must win at all costs. So you look at the squad, and clearly it's an attacking-minded team. It's an all-offensive team, and that's what the Black Stars will have to be dealing with because Nigeria must win. Unlike the Black Stars, where a draw, anything but a defeat is good for us, Nigeria must win. And that clearly, that intention or that motivation heading into the game has been translated into the kind of lineup that we've seen. And that's the kind of, will translate into the action we are going to see on the field, especially in the first 30 minutes. I think Nigeria will go at the Black Stars. How we deal with it will be interesting.
How we deal with it will be interesting. If you just join us, this is Ghana of live coverage of the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualification. Today, our focus will be at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. Ghana will be playing as visitors to the Super Eagles. Super Eagles chasing their 7th FIFA World Cup qualification. Baba, let's go through the lineup. We have Francis Uzoho maintaining his position, Ola Aina, Troste Kong, and Leon Balogun. The only new member in the backside is Calvin Bassey, who is replacing Zaidu.
Well, I don't really know why Augustine Iguavon decided to make that change. I don't know if Zaidu Sanusi is injured, but I haven't heard of any injury. I wasn't too convinced with Bassey in the first leg. You realize that he left a lot of opening over there this wing. So I don't know how he's going to contain the attack when it comes to the left side of the park for the Super Eagles. But irrespective, I mean, Iguavon knows what he has seen during the training sections. Probably, Bassey is currently in form. He has impressed him during training. I mean, the coach knows best.
Now, in your midfield, Innocent Bonke is out, and he's been replaced by Peter Etebo alongside Joe Aribo.
Peter Etebo, I thought could have or should have started the game in Kumasi, and you realize that his introduction into the game more or less calmed the nerves. Not because of his quality. Well, he has the quality, but again, he has the experience when it comes to top games like this. He's played over in the Super Eagles, and if I'm not mistaken, he was part of the team that won the Nations Cup in 2013. So when it comes to influencing the euphoria around the team, whether they are tensed or not, calming the tension amongst the younger lads, he brings in that experience. For Aribo, we all know what his capabilities are. I keep saying Aribo is more or less the most creative spark when it comes to the Super Eagles at the moment. He knows when to keep the ball. He knows when to release the ball. My only worry with him in the first leg was that he lost a lot of tackles, a lot of 50-50 tackles, which I believed he could have won. But I mean, it's football, so particularly I'm sure the middle will know what they are expecting. More especially with Kudus, who might likely be in the starting lineup. I mean, I'm sure they're prepared for that.
All right, now before I bring you in, Perez, Baba, let's look at your attack. Now we have Chukwueze out, Moses Simon out, Emmanuel Dennis, Henry Onyeka, and Ademola Lookman have been introduced at the who will be the suppliers for Victor Osimhen.
So the Super Eagles have never lacked attackers coming into this particular tournament, and even at the AFCON we had an array of stars to feature in our team. However, this particular lineup is interesting because it could go for Iguavon and it could backfire on him. I wasn't expecting Simon Moses to be substituted, in as much as he probably might be tired. The opponent might probably have understood his gameplay and his movement. I think that he's still obviously a threat. For Lookman, this is his debut. We know how he plays at Leicester City. Emmanuel Dennis, we know the sort of push and force he brings into any side. So I think that the introduction makes it easy for Iguavon to change the shape of the team at any time. You know, when we are attacking, or rather when we are attacking, it can go in a three-prong attack force. It can also go in a four-line attack force. So it's quite interesting. Like I said earlier, it could backfire or it could work. It could work for him.
All right, so if you were watching us, the fans at the stadium, very soon the players will also be making their way to the Moshood Abiola Stadium. Now, let me come to you, Perez. We have as many as 5 new players who are being introduced by Augustine Iguavon. Calvin Bassi, Peter Etebo, Adimola Lukman, Emmanuel Dennis, and Henry Onyeka are all newcomers, though some of them played, but they are now starting the game. 5 new players and 5 old players.
I mean, it shows clearly that he wasn't satisfied with what he saw in Kumasi. And from a Nigerian perspective, I doubt any Nigerian was proud with what they saw in Kumasi. So they had to bring changes. And in a game where it's a must-win encounter for them, you look at what they did in Kumasi, and if you were the coach, clearly you would have made some changes to the starting. I'm surprised that as many as 5 players, because then it means 50% of the squad that played in Kumasi are out. Between Friday and now, what kind of training have you done? What kind of formation have you done to be able to let the players integrate, understand, or form an idea of what they are going to do on the pitch today? And that's going to be interesting because as many as 5 players, it could be a surprise for the Ghanaian team. It could also be a sense of destabilization for the Nigerian team because they are coming to play together for the first time. Ademola Lookman is making his first start for Nigeria, and so is Emmanuel Dennis, also making his first start. So, you would want to err on the path of the coach and say he perhaps knows what he's doing. He's been with the players, but I look at the time frame between Friday and Tuesday, and for him to make as many as 5 changes, that is a bit curious. But hey, he's the coach. He's paid to make the decisions. He thinks those new players coming in are going to turn the tide in favor of the Nigerians. You have to also recognize that they are dealing with injuries. There are 2 players who are already out, so some of the changes were forced out. So about 5 players out. That's quite interesting.
Well, referee Sadou Selmi from Tunisia will be the match official for this game. But now let's go straight into the lineup of the Black Stars. Interim coach Otuado made only 1 change to the team that played against the Super Eagles at the Babaya Sports Stadium last Friday. Daniel Kofi comes in to replace Fatawi Sahaku. We have the Jojo Walcott maintaining his position, Jiku, Amate, Mensah, and then Dennis Odoi. We have Kudus Mohammed, Thomas Partey, captain, Baba Mohammed Idrisu, and then the 3-man attack of Jordan Ayew, Daniel Kofi and Afenejan.
The Black Stars team is very interesting because it's more like a new team. And I'm saying a new team because you watch Friday and they are playing more or less a very new brand of football. So you want to think on the part of the coach and say he's perhaps going for consistency because that team played quite well. But the goals that we couldn't score, they did quite well. So you want to keep him. I would have liked to see a player like Chire in the lineup.
He's in the lineup.
Chire.
Yeah.
Chire in the lineup because I would have. Thank God he's in. But what I saw, he's not in the squad. But
okay, so let me go through the lineup again. I think Chire is not in the lineup. It's Joseph Walcott, Dennis Odoi Frimpong, Gideon Mensah, Alexander Jiku, Daniel Amate, Thomas Partey, Mohamed Idrisu Baba, Mohamed Kudus, Jordan Ayew, Fatawi Sahaku, and then Afenejan Felix. So it means that
there's no change.
There's no change in the lineup.
Which is interesting. It shows that he was okay with what he saw in Kumasi. And you look at the post-match conference, and even some of the players that most Ghanaians thought did not do well on Friday, he paid glowing tribute to them. The likes of Jordan Ayew, Thomas Partey, that some of us felt did not pull their weight in that game. He paid glowing tribute to them. So clearly, he was impressed with what they've done. I would have, like I said earlier, would have been happier if there was a player like Daniel Chire in the team because I think he brings a bit more in terms of attack. There's a bit more effectiveness, a bit more precision to his game compared to Jordan or Fatai Sahaku. So I would have liked to have him on either side of the flanks. But Otuado wants consistency. And per what he's trying to implement, the game he's trying to implement into the team, this is another chance for them to improve what we saw on Friday. So the coach has decided to keep faith with the Stars. Whether they repay that faith by winning today's game, I'm sure the next 90 minutes is going to decide.
All right, Babatunde, same lineup from the Black Stars, the team that played against Nigeria in the first leg.
I wasn't expecting anything different because I mean, sometimes I feel like teams that maintain the same lineups over time tend to suffer. You know, throughout the AFCON, we saw Nigeria suffer, Tunisia defeated us. We saw what happened in Kumasi, based on the fact that Augustine and Guavoin maintained a certain amount of team players. But, I mean, this is football. The boys performed very, very well in Kumasi. And Otuado felt like, okay, these are the same boys who could probably finish the job in Abuja. So he has kept faith with them, but would the boys now keep on the same momentum and keep the same faith with Otuado? I mean, like I said, 90 minutes is going to tell us.
The players are currently making their way to the stadium. The game will be starting in some few minutes time. But Baba and Perez, our focus also will be on the game that will be going on in Senegal. Senegal will be playing against the Pharaohs. The Pharaohs have a 1-goal lead going into this game.
I think that the North Africans know how to beat we, the West Africans. So I won't be surprised if Egypt ends up beating Senegal over there in Senegal. For me, Egypt has the game. If Senegal stood a chance, they could have at least scored a goal in Cairo to ensure at least the game is well balanced. But the fact that Egypt got a goal there, Egypt has all to play for. They will defend when they have to attack. They are going to attack. Mind you, they have Mo Salah, who has the speed, who has the flexibility. Me are going to go through on this.
Babatunde is rooting for Egypt, but at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, the national anthem of Ghana is being played. Thomas Tepate leading the team, and the players, if you check the mood, the look on their faces, they mean business. Perez, quick one on Egypt. One would say that Egypt, for all they've done in football, they've only qualified for the World Cup 3 times, 1934, 1990, and then in 2018. And in all these, the only time that they made it past the group stages was in 1934. As an African who is looking forward that the 5 countries who will go to represent us will make us proud, will you want to see Egypt?
No, Egypt, we call them the local champions. They know how to whip the African boys, but once they got onto the continental stage, they don't. But you see, per your question, anyone who watched all the games in the first round of the playoff, the only team that played like he could go to the World Cup and do something was Senegal. That was even though they lost to Egypt, they were the only team that played some very good football that you realize that if they come up against a Colombia or a Spain, they might do something. So on that score, and looking at how crucial an African performance at the World Cup will be for the bid to expand the representation of Africa in the World Cup, I would want Senegal to qualify because they played really, really well. Had they taken care of their chances, in the first half, they could have won that game by 4-0. I just hope that today they'll be able to take care of their chances, score as many goals as they can. A 1-goal margin for a team that has the likes of Mo Salah, Mahmoud, and all the other guys, it shouldn't be too hard for the African champions to overturn the score. So I want Senegal to qualify, 1, because I think they are our most credible opponents heading into the World Cup, and 2, because they deserve to be there, because they play the best football currently on the continent outside Algeria.
They play the best football on the continent. Perez is also rooting for the Teranga Lions of Senegal. The national anthem, the 2 teams have already gone through their national anthems. Ghana, God bless our homeland and make our nation great and strong. For Nigeria, arise, oh, compatriots, Nigeria's call obey to serve your motherland. Are these boys going to serve their motherland today?
Most definitely. Most definitely. I think that the boys are ready to deliver the goods for us.
The boys are ready. Baba, what will be your scoreline?
2 goals to
2
0.
goals. Now, let me come to Perez. In about 20 attempts, the Ghana, we've won only 4 on Nigerian soil. The last time was in 1973. And in that game, we won, even though we were 2-man down. Eric Amankwa and then Malik Jaber were sent off. Are you confident that the Black Stars can pull through?
I think it's a difficult thing for me to stick my neck out and say Ghana is going to qualify, because the major thing needed in football is what this particular Black Stars team has been lacking for the past 2 years. We don't have goals. So we can play some very good football at certain times in the game, but how to convert the good football into goals is always a challenge. for this Black Stars team. But as a Ghanaian, from a Ghanaian perspective, we'd want to back the team to be able to do something in this game. Like I've always said, if Partey steps up for once for the Black Stars, then this start will be in our favor. But if he goes like he did in Kumasi, and I look at the lineup of Nigeria, then I fear for the Black Stars.
Then I fear for the Black Stars. The game will be starting in a minute. Let me hear from you in the comment section, and also hit us on Twitter. World Cup qualifiers on Ghana Web. You can also send your personal message on 0542156914. It's the Black Stars playing as visitors at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. The last time Ghana won a game on Nigerian soil, it was in 1973. Qualification for 1974 FIFA World Cup. And that game came off in Lagos. Let me hear from you, and then let's go straight into the sports stadium. Now let's go through some stats as far as this game is concerned. The Black Stars have been the better team in terms of their games with Nigeria. Out of 67 games, Ghana is still leading. But the Black Stars, they've never lost a game on March 29th before. Quite interestingly, the Black Stars have never lost a game on March 29th before, but the Super Eagles, on the other hand, they've lost a game due to, and the others also ended, they won the other two.
You know, we could throw in the permutations and the facts and the history just to discredit the other team, but irrespective, I think that, I mean, history again goes Nigeria's way. You know, in 2001,
yeah,
the qualification to Korea, Japan, the same score line, but this time it was at the Accra Sports Stadium 0-0, and went to the Liberation Stadium in Port Harcourt. Victor Agali getting the first goal in the first minute, then the other two goals coming from Ibrahim Bambagida. So, I mean, basically, we can throw the history all around, but I still feel like the Super Eagles are going to come through this game.
All right, so we live at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. The Black Stars playing as guests to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Referee Siduk Selmi has already started the game, and Ghana from commentary position are playing from right to left, whilst the Nigerian brothers are also hitting from left to right. Ghana have a free kick just around the center half after Thomas Partey was brought down. Baba Idrisu whips in the ball. Jordan Ayew got a touch, but referee Selmi whistled for an infringement on Jordan Ayew against Ola Aina, who plays in the Italian Serie A for Torino. Nigerians will start the attack. Francis Onyeka will pick this one up. As Thomas Partey was brought down, and Ghana will have a defensive free kick. It was a quick ball from Ola Aina, trying to go behind the Ghanaian lines, but Captain Thomas Partey was there to stop the attack. Just that he was fouled by Onyeka. Gideon Mensah will take this free kick, plays in the Portuguese league for Victoria Gourmet. Whips in the ball went straight to Trust Ekong. Ekong has been able to deliver. And Gideon Mensah wins the ball back to Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew has been brought down, but referee decided to ignore. Nigeria now attacking. Victor Osimhen calling for the ball from Ademola. Ademola works in, but Gideon Mensah was able to block the ball, and then Nigeria will have an attacking throw-in.
I think clearly the intentions of the Nigerians are clear. They want to attack and score as early as possible. And I think that's going to be the approach in the first 30 minutes. The Black Stars will have to learn to cope with the first 30 minutes and try to contain them, especially from the flanks. Today we're going to see a lot of offensive football for Ola Aina. We didn't see a lot of that in the first leg, but we should expect more today.
Ola Aina will take this through. He decided to go for a long one. Thomas Partey was there to clear the line. But there seemed to be an infringement inside the Ghanaian box. Victor Osimhen is down again.
You shouldn't start those things today. I mean, on Friday, he was falling all over the place. Just one touch. We know you're a star boy for Napoli. But for God's sake, we have a Thomas Partey who plays for us now. You should relax.
How about today?
I agree with Perez. The theatrics of Victor Osimhen. I just feel like the Italian league has clouded his African style of playing. You know, Africans, we don't get down we don't fall at challenges like this.
But Osimhen is up. The game is underway. Ola Aina decided to look for a Ekong. Ekong sent in across, but Baba Idris was trying to clear the ball away and ends up giving up a corner kick inside 3 minutes. Nigeria will have a slim chance at goal with this set piece. Once in straight, but the Ghanaians clear their line. The ball is still in the 18-yard box. Fatawu Isaaku wins the ball on the legs of the Nigerians. Isaaku is breaking away. Ghanaians going on attack. Fatawu Isaaku. And that was a poor final ball from the youngster.
I don't think it was a poor ball from. You have to credit the Nigerian defender who was able to get a leg onto the ball. He ran a lot. He might have lost a bit of steam. He tried finding Mohamed Kudus, who was coming. I think Kudus delayed a bit, so he had to delay with the pass. But credit to the Nigerian defender for that timely intervention.
And in Senegal, it is now 1-1 draw as Senegal has taken the early lead inside 4 minutes. Boulia Diaye has gotten the first goal for Senegal. Now Egypt have lost the advantage and now they must come out.
Like I said earlier, if the first leg was anything to go by, Senegal shouldn't lose this game by three. Shouldn't win this game by a 3-goal margin. They had a lot of chances, and for the sake of African football, once again, Senegal needs to go through because we need good representation at the World Cup.
Senegal have their first goal, and now we will go back to Abuja, where we've done 5 minutes of action, but still goalless between the two teams. And if the game ends like this, we go straight to penalty shootout. But the Nigerians are attacking in their numbers. Felix Afenejan is here to get a touch after 5 minutes. Leon Balogun picks up the ball from his captain, Trust Ekong. Balogun to Joe Aribo. Aribo, nice play with Ademola Lookman. And there was a cut-in, but Thomas Partey picks the ball and trying to find Jordan Ayew with a long ball.
So, I mean, Joe, clearly you can see the Stars are defending. The Stars don't want to come out. They're trying to test the water, see how the Super Eagles will play. And for now, they're playing with a certain amount of fear.
Babatunde believes that the Stars are playing with fear. But you can also let me hear from you. We've done 6 minutes. Ghana building the attack from the back. Alexander Jiku picks a pass from Daniel Amati. And Jiku decided to go long for Felix Afenejan. But there was no one there for Felix to do his 1-2 with him. So Ghana gives the ball away. And Ola Aina will pick it up. Ola Aina gave the ball to a table. There was a strong challenge from Jordan Ayew that the Ghanaians believe was a fair play, but the referee decided to award free kick to the Nigerians.
I would want to see that challenge again because I struggle to see the foul in that. I think Jordan had the tackle clean, won it clean, and deserved to have gone on and perhaps launch an attack for the team. I was surprised by the decision by the referee.
All right, so the ball is still in the half of Ghana. The Nigerians inside the 18-yard box. And that was a poor cross from the man wearing the jersey number 21 for the Super Eagles, Baba.
I mean, I'm enjoying what they're doing. The Super Eagles have intent. They want to try and at least get the first goal. The first goal might probably open the floodgates to the second or third goal. And I think that we're on course. Emmanuel Dennis is actually putting the energy with what I'm saying is replicating the form. we know him for at Watford. I think Osimhen is also in the game as well. Lookman, I dare say it could be the missing link, but I mean, you never know. The game just started. He could come into the picture. But so far, I think the Super Eagles they've gotten their rhythm. The Blacks are here to get theirs. I just want to say entertaining football at the end of the day.
We're so approaching the 10 minutes mark. Nigeria have been the better side, but they've been wasting all the final balls. Ghana will have a chance to attack from their own area. Daniel Amate decided to go for a long ball, but Francis Zoho dealt with it, and Nigeria will build again. And Nigeria gives the ball away. Jordan Ayew was fighting for it. Jordan has been fouled, and Ghana will have a free kick advantage about 9 meters from the Nigerian box.
I think Baba spoke about how we are approaching the game, and I'm not surprised that we have decided to be a bit more defensive, because that's how we are supposed to play. You know, look at the array of attacking talent in the Nigerian team, and for the fact that they need a goal at all costs to win this game, you expected them to come at us, and that's exactly what we've done. I think the Blasters will sit a bit deeper, especially in the first 20-30 minutes, size up the Nigerians, try to launch on the counter, try to get some pass to the likes of Partey. If they get a chance, then they pounce on it. So I'm not surprised. It's actually what I expected from the Blasters.
The Black Stars, according to Perez, are doing a yeoman's job by keeping tabs on the Nigerians inside the first 10 minutes. Throwing advantage to Ghana. Gideon Mensah decided to find, and the ball is back to Thomas Partey. And on the first goal for Ghana, Thomas Partey gets the first goal for Ghana. That is something out of nothing. Goalkeeper Francis Zoho definitely should have done something about it. There was a throw-in from Gideon Mensah to Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew sent the ball back to Thomas Partey. Partey decided to control 1-2 and decided to test Francis Zoho. Like Perez Ezwakwa has always been saying that the Nigerians have difficulty in catching long-range shots. And Thomas Partey have shot Ghana into the lead. And now Nigeria will need 2 goals back into this game.
You know, on a good day, we would have given some bottle, because this is what I've been saying about Zoho. That clearly, I mean, he's one of the worst goalkeepers. And it's not because of today's game, but Baba will attest to the fact that when it comes to Nigerian football, Zoho is now one goalkeeper that imposing it. And that's why I was a bit unhappy with how we attacked his area in the first leg. In terms of confidence, in terms of dealing with long balls and area balls, he's not one that you can credit. So I'm happy that maybe we've seen it now. This is the Thomas Partey we want to see. Ghana have the lead. Let's see how we take it on from here.
Baba?
I mean, disappointing start clearly. I mean, this wasn't what we were expecting. I think that Zoho could have done better with that strike. The ball just went below his arm. That's a poor save. Again, I think that the Ghanaians exploited his weakness. Clearly, that was it. But it's interesting. The game just started. Let's see how it goes.
The captain has shot Ghana into the lead. And in 1973, when Ghana won 3-2 in Lagos, Ghana scored the first goal through the late Kwesi Usu, and Victor Osimhen nearly got the equalizer for the Super Eagles.
This is a huge blow to whatever plan Nigeria had for this game. I don't think they thought of the plan that the Blasters was going to score early. The plan was to hit Ghana early and make sure that we come out and they score. So this is a major accident to the Nigerian team. It's interesting to see how they are going to recover from, because they did not plan. I'm sure in their head they had to get the first goal. It's against the run of play, but what a strike from Thomas Partey. But Zoho doing Zoho things.
What a strike from the Arsenal maestro. And Ghana building the attack again. Gideon Mensah to Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey gives the ball away. Nigeria attacking with the long balls. Victor Osimhen attacking, but Alexander Jiku got the final touch of the ball from Victor Osimhen. So Nigeria will have an attacking throw-in. This rivalry dates back to the 1950s. The Super Eagles played Ghana in the Gold Coast era. which was Ghana's first official game for the Black Stars. Ghana won that game by a long goal, and Nigeria attacking their options inside the 18-yard box. And Lookman finds Joe Aribo, and there was a block from Daniel Amate. Amate is furious that the referee, the linesman, ignored their calls, but the linesman has flagged the ball. That could have been dangerous for the Black Stars, but Daniel Amate was there to protect his goalkeeper, Joseph Walcott.
You know, from a Ghanaian perspective, I'm not happy with how our players acted. Until the referee whistles, don't think for the referee. Go at it, because they raised their hand and they were waiting for the linesman.
And there is a VAR at the stadium.
You know, so why were they waiting? Had the ball ended up in the net and to went to VAR and to review it and said it was a goal, that would have been a goal for Nigeria. So play to the whistle. Don't call the decisions for the referee. That's what our players should know.
Play to the whistle. There is VAR at the stadium for the first time in Nigerian football. They are using the video assistant referee, a new technology for a referee to make the best decisions. Ghana had it first at the Babayara Sports Stadium last Friday. So we go again at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, and if Ghana wins this game, it will be the 5th time Ghana is winning on Nigerian soil. The last time was 48 years ago. And none of my panel members, including my production team, none of them was born in 1973. The Nigerians, a good recovery, and the referee awarded a free kick to him from Felix Afenejan. Last time Ghana and Nigeria played goalless was in 2001, before the 2002 World Cup in Japan, Korea. They drew goalless in Accra, and the return leg was a complete massacre for the Black Stars.
I just watched the replay of the earlier chance by Nigeria, and it was Jojo Walcott who put off that save. For someone who gets a lot of flack from Ghanaians, I think that's some good save from him. Maybe it's high time we cut him some slack and support him. He might be playing the 40 of English football, but we should give him some credit for what he's done so far in Black Stars jersey.
We should give him some credit. That's from Perez Ezwakwao. And because Ghana is leading, so we don't care where our players are playing. So far as they are giving us the results, like Black Stars Management Committee member Karim Gruza will say, go on the Mafife, and it's the goal that Thomas Partey has gotten for the Black Stars inside the system.
Attack and try to get, they need to win.
Yes.
Now basically that's what they need. They need to win at all costs. So it will be interesting.
Frank Onyeka sending a good ball, trying to find Victor Osimhen. That timely intervention from Alexander Juku to deny Osimhen a face-to-face encounter with Jojo Walcott.
I think that the Super Eagles, they know what's at stake. They are playing in Abuja, a very, very big stadium. They know the expectations of Nigerians, and they are basically trying to pull all they have out of the hats to ensure that they're able to change this particular scoreline. It's disappointing, but again, when you go down, that is it tests the true state of your abilities. And I'm expecting them, with the array of stars we have and the mentality in the team right now, to come back.
Nigeria have a corner, and Ademola Lookman decided to go short. Was trying to find Frank Onyeka. Onyeka couldn't control the ball like he wanted. The Ghanaians have recovered, but Ola Aina decided to send the ball in again. Emmanuel Dennis face to face with Jordan Ayew. The Ghanaians cleared their line. The ball is still in play for Nigeria. And Frank Onyeka playing.
Calvin Bassey.
That's Calvin Bassey. Replacing Zaidu. Plays in the Portuguese League, and Nigeria inside the 18-yard box. Ademola Lookman.
Penalty!
Lookman was brought down by referee. Decided the play must continue. The ball is still in the 18-yard box of the Black Stars. And the Nigerians are still in the 18-yard box, and a good save from Jojo Walcott to keep the scoreline 1-0. Nigeria still piling pressure on Ghana.
I mean, this is sort of pressure we need. This is sort of confidence, this sort of reaction we expect to see from the boys. This could be a goal!
And Nigeria have been in the 18-yard box of the Black Stars in the last 2 minutes. But the Ghanaians are finding it difficult to clear the ball out of danger. And finally, Jordan Ayew was able to do that. But Nigeria still keeping possession. It seems the referee is going to consult the video assistant referee.
And what decision is that?
I think it's the earlier penalty decision, and that does not look good for the Black Stars because normally, when they go to the VR, then clearly, in 8 out of 10 chances, they side with those in the VR room. So it's not a good sign for the Black Stars. Let's see. I mean, from a Nigerian perspective, if they equalize, they deserve it because I think they've been the better team since the blast of the whistle. So a goal or anything will be good. But from a Ghanaian perspective, it will be a huge blow.
And they are checking Dennis Odoi's foul, supposedly foul, on Ademola Lookman. Did he foul him from where we sit?
That wasn't a penalty.
That wasn't a penalty, but let's see.
I think Odoi had the ball.
If Odoi had the ball, then it is not a penalty.
It's close. It's close actually because Lookman's foot just merely
but
goes to
if
Odoi's foot.
If Lookman had the final touch, then it is a penalty. And it's a penalty for the Super Eagles.
Oh no.
It's a penalty for the Super Eagles, and the fans are happy. Penalty for Super Eagles. The referee believed that Dennis Odoi didn't get the final touch of the ball. And just as I stated earlier on, if Dennis didn't get the final touch, then it means that he fouled Ademola Lookman. Nigeria have a chance to level things up with the Black Stars.
Joel, I think that the penalty decision again is controversial. It cringes. I can't imagine what Ghanaians will be feeling by now. But I mean, irrespective, you can get a penalty and miss it. So let's wait till it's converted before we.
And it's the captain who will take the responsibility. Trust Ekong. And I don't, ever since I was born, I don't remember the last time a Ghanaian goalkeeper saved a penalty in a major competition. So Jojo Walcott against Trust Ekong in a team that has Ademola Lookman, Victor Osimhen, and Emmanuel Dennis is the captain who will take the responsibility. Trust Ekong will go head to head with Jojo Walcott. Trust Ekong. And a goal! The Super Eagles! Goal! Trust Ekong!
Goal! Come on!
The fans.
Come on!
Eagles! Come on, Eagles! And the square is 1-1 draw.
We're back!
Inside 21
Come
minutes.
on!
What a game we are going to have inside
Super Eagles, we're
Abiola
back!
Stadium in Abuja.
This is basically the response we needed from the team. The boys psychologically.
Babatunde is back!
Yes! Come on, we're back! So this sort of momentum I expected, this sort of feedback I expected from the boys, and you realize that, like I said, we have the stars to come back from any sort of disappointment, and I'm just short for words. All I know is that it's 1-1 and Nigeria has the pace.
Jojo Walcott went the wrong way. That, as I stated, since I was born, I don't remember the last time a Black Stars goalkeeper saved the penalty.
There was direction behind the ball, but you go back to that penalty decision alone. I still do not think that, and that's not me being Ghana. That's someone who has watched a lot of football. I don't think that coming together merits a penalty for the Nigerians. I think it was an extremely unfair decision to Dennis Odoi because yes, there was a clash, but is that enough? There was contact here, all right, but of course Nigeria I think they deserve to have the equalizer because especially ever since they went down, they've been the better team of the two. So now it's size up. As things stand, it's still in favor of the Black Stars. I'm sure Nigeria will go again. What the Black Stars need to do now is to calm down, try to soak the pressure and try to hit them. How they handle the pressure now will be interesting.
How Ghana handles the pressure now will determine whether they will take it to Qatar or not. Ghana have a free kick. Jordan Ayew was fouled by a table as he was trying to take two Nigerian players by himself. Ghana will have a free kick advantage just a few meters away from the center half of the pitch. Thomas Partey will take this one. But the scoreline remains 1-0 draw. The same thing happened in 1973. Ghana went up by a long goal. Nigeria equalized. Ghana went up again through captain Kwesi Usu. Nigeria got the equalizer again before. Ghana got the winning goal with 3 men, and Ghana attacking now. Felix Afenejan was picked out by Gideon Mensah. Afenejan to Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew delivers, and the ball is now in the Ghanaian half. Baba Idrisu decided to go for long, looking for Fatawi Sahaku. We've barely seen him in this game.
Well, I think our front line, in particular, aside Jordan, who has had to drop deep and try to launch some attack himself, have been quiet. They've been kept at bay, mostly because we are not doing a lot of attacking football. But I'm sure now that the level is a playground, even though it throws into the favor of the Black Stars a bit. I'm sure we're going to see a bit more expansive attacking football from Ghana than we saw in the early minutes.
Nigeria have another free kick, and Daniel Amate needs to be careful. Where is he going to? Daniel Amate needs to be careful.
You know, Joe, I stated earlier in Kumasi that officiating did not go the way of Nigeria. And clearly you could see how Osimhen during that particular game was complaining about the officiating. And irrespective, he was able to keep his composure. But for now, I think that Daniel Amate, if he's not careful, I mean, he already has a yellow card.
Where is the foul in this?
He already has a yellow card, and if he's not careful, he might just end up destroying the chances of the Black Stars.
I'll talk to you about the red cards after this free kick. The boy is in a very good position. And if they get a good taker, Nigeria will be up by 2 goals. About 2 meters away from the 18-yard box. Ademola Lookman will fancy this one. And Fatawi Sahaku slide on the floor just behind the wall of 5 Ghanaian players. Amate is still complaining. Daniel Amate is still complaining. But the referee has already taken the decision. He is communicating with the officials in the VAR room. And Ademola Lookman surely will take this one. The ball is in a very good position.
I mean, I fancy his chances. We've seen him take a few.
Ademola takes the hit, but the wall did the job to block.
That was a good strike.
Any free kick that fails to beat the wall, it's never a good strike.
Well,
it's a basic rule.
You realize that he had power behind the ball.
That's Perez's statement. Any free kick that fails to beat the wall
it's never a good free kick. Any corner that fails to beat the first defender, it's never a good corner. Yeah, I mean, it's a normal rule in football, but the Nigerians are out now. They are all guns blazing. They are attacking as much as they can. And it looks like the referee is calling the 50-50 balls in their favor, maybe because they are playing at home. But the Black Stars need to calm down. At this point, it needs a bit more maturity, a bit more of calmness. And I'm surprised that an experienced player like Amate was the one who was acting that, because you'd expect him to be calling the young boys together and say, we are playing at home, let's stay grounded and try and exploit our chances. They need to calm down. But for Nigeria, they should keep doing what they are doing, because clearly they are the ones asking all the attacking questions right now.
Nigeria has the momentum. But can we get another goal in the next final minutes? Calvin Bassi will go to Ademola Lookman at the left side of the Nigerian attack. Nigeria taking over the midfield. They are controlling the game with good passes. But Ghana intercept the ball through Mohamed Kudus. And they will build again, but whenever Ghana gets the ball, you could see, and Mohamed Kudus needs to release the ball on time.
Clearly, the Nigerians have identified him to be a very, very dangerous player. Somebody who is swift, somebody who can move around you if you're not careful. So they're coming to on him just to ensure that he doesn't get the passes to the attacking line.
And Gideon Mensah gives the ball away, and Victor Osimhen was trying to outsmart Alexander Djiku.
I think the pressure has got into the Blasters. It's got into their head. Someone, Thomas Partey, Daniel Amate, any of the senior players should be speaking to them and say, cool down, cool, because it's getting to them. I mean, they are making mistakes that they previously didn't make. Maybe the atmosphere at the stadium has gotten to them, but they need cool heads must prevail if we have to get out of this, because if they keep making some of these mistakes, Nigeria will just pounce at them and score as many goals as they come.
Nigeria attacking again, but they get a foul. Ademola Lookman clash with Baba Idrisu. They take the ball quickly. They find Ola Aina to Calvin Bassi. But they are still going, keeping possession from the Ghanaians. And Emmanuel Dennis 10 Jordan Ayew, but he couldn't get the final ball in the 18-yard box. Frank Onyeka.
Jordan, this wasn't a foul. I mean, I feel like he's trying to rest or delay some time, but you realize that the pressure is on the Black Stars.
It was a foul.
The pressure is on the Black Stars, so they're basically trying to see how they can calm the pressure and break play.
The penalty was a penalty.
And just to more or less disturb the play of the Super Eagles. But irrespective, I think that we have the momentum. We are coming strong. We just need to be very, very calculative and ensure that whenever the chances come, we kill it.
We've done 30 minutes of action inside the Moshood Abiola Stadium, and Ghanaians on social media are still complaining about the penalty that referee Saduk Selmi awarded to Ademola Lookman and was convicted by Captain Trust Ekong, who plays in the English Premier League for Watford. George Abdi Jr., I'm very worried with officiating here. Very, very worried. In the comments, some of the Nigerians are also picking on Jordan Ayew, calling him down flat for Ghana, building Mohamed Kudus. And Kudus had easy options around him, wanted to go for a long one. Gideon Mensah, Ghana have the advantage of a throw-in.
For the Black Stars, I assume this is where the likes of Thomas Partey, like Perez said, Thomas Partey and Amate, they come into the play. They more or less try to ensure that the younger stars are calm. The younger stars are not demoralized, because when playing in a very, very big stadium like this, obviously you go down, you tend to lose some steam. So this is where the experience will come in. You need to ginger the boys up. And Dede Ayew, I must say, has been missed in this game.
Dede Ayew has been missed in this game. That's Babatunde. But the game is underway again. Gideon Mensah finds Thomas Partey. Partey decides to go long for Fatawi Sahaku. Good control. Fatawi Sahaku go past inside the 18-yard box, but he couldn't control the ball and Trust Ekong blast the ball away from his 18-yard box.
The pitch is a bit bumpy, so you could realize that the ball was not flowing as he would have loved. Had it been a carpet pitch, he could have controlled it better. Maybe he overhit it at some point, but Ekong had to come in. It was a time limit because had Fatau gotten another touch. But once again, we need more of those balls from Thomas Partey. Try to find them on the flanks, try to find the forward because we need those balls. The Nigerian defense doesn't look resolute, so we can exploit those gaps.
And Ghana going forward, Mohamed Kudus. Kudus still in possession. The referee ignores the call. Jordan Ayew went in straight. And Victor Osimhen is clear. And Victor Osimhen. Goal!
Goal! Goal! Goal!
Yes! Victor Osimhen.
You counter attack, I score you.
The Ghanaians thought that should be an offside. But Victor Osimhen went past goalkeeper Joseph Walcott.
Goal!
And it became him. And the goalpost, Nigeria have turned it around. The Super Eagles have turned it around. And referee will consult the video assistant referee. VAR consulting. Today be today. They say, you know. It's a clear offside.
Okay, that's an offside.
That's a clear offside. You don't need the suit here. That's a clear offside. If the referee takes a goal for this one, we'll go and see it. It's a clear offside. I don't. But Walcott had a chance to block the ball. Why did he decide to
block it? He was out of his ball area. The only option he had was to hoof it, and it came off the arm of Osimhen. So aside the offside, there is the potential foul in there that the referee will have to look. I mean, clearly, it's an offside offense. I'll be surprised. I won't be surprised if the referee gives it to Nigeria because it's clear he's shown in the game that it's not one that we can trust. And African football is known for some of this. So I won't be surprised if he's giving Nigeria a go. But there's an offside and there's a foul in there. The referee should be able to spot them. But it wouldn't shock me if it happens.
This is your typical competitive game, you know. We expected this in Kumasi, but I think that the show is over here in Abuja. I see the Black Stars also coming into the game. I mean, you can't write them off. I think that when they're able to gather the game from the middle or up to the attack, and Felix is able to get his chance, probably the Black Stars comes into the game. But for now, the Super Eagles are dominating. Clearly, we know what we want. Clearly, we found a pattern. Clearly, we found a loophole, you know, and Osimhen, I must say, is high on confidence, and what more than just to convert any chance he gets.
The Nigerian ladies at the stadium are anxious.
I'm surprised he has taken this long.
But why is the referee not going to the monitor? Because this can't be a goal.
It's funny. This shouldn't take a minute. I mean, it's obvious.
This can't be a goal, and it's not a goal.
It's not a goal.
No, you see, this just from one set of replay, we both saw here that it was. So why? I mean, that
was clear. The English Premier League for life, you don't know.
The referee is a joke. See, for this to last about 2 minutes, it must be a joke of a referee to waste time on this.
Referee Saduk Sam, he officiated in the AFCON. But the game is underway. 36 minutes of action inside the Moshood Abiola Stadium. And in Senegal, it's still 1-0 in favor of the Teranga Lions and 1-1 on aggregate because the Lions lost by a long goal at the Cairo International Sports Stadium on Friday. But inside the Abiola Stadium, Nigeria has the momentum. Frank Onyeka is down. Jordan Ayew is doing a yeoman's job today.
You look at the ball. There was a tackle on the Ghanaian player. Who was a foul? Referee right there didn't see this. He saw this one. Hey.
Referee saw me the assembly.
Jordan won the ball cleanly. So where from the foul? Hey.
We go again. Frank Onyeka, and then the table couldn't communicate well, and they give away a throw-in to Ghana. One. You see how Babatunde was calm in his chair when they were down by a long goal. Tells you that goals in football sometimes is better than somebody sending you Momo. Jordan Ayew doing a lot of defensive work and did well by blocking Ola Aina.
I think what the Blasters need to do now is to see out the first half with this kind of scoreline, because then they go into the dressing room and come back with a bit more clear thought on how they are going to approach the second half. It's good that we had the lead. Their equalizer came a bit under very controversial circumstances. I still do not think that it was a penalty, but they have been on us, and we need some calmness in the Blasters. If the Ghana is able to see out this game without considering another goal, then it will be great. But once we allow another goal, then it's a game done for the Nigerians.
The referee giving all the 50-50 balls to the Super Eagles.
I mean, Joel, we all saw the game in Kumasi. I mean, I dare say, I dare say it was the same. I mean, I personally I complained because Aribo went a lot of time 50-50 balls. The referee ensuring that he didn't give them. Osimhen actually complaining as well. So let's say, I mean, probably could be an advantage of playing at home.
It could be an advantage of playing at home. Nigeria building the attack again from the back. Onyeka sends the ball back to Ola Aina. Aina have a lot of options but decide to drive the ball forward. Looking for Frank Onyeka again. And he's been brought down by Alexander Jiku.
For now, what I'll just
the Ghanaians need to calm down.
Need to calm down.
I think it's getting ridiculously fun.
They need to calm down and ensure that they don't.
It's a clear foul.
That was a foul. That was a clear foul. They need to calm down. Don't be aggressive. Obviously, it's clear that you might not have the referee on your side, so you need to be decent with your tackles and ensure you play a clean game.
Jiku gave a foul away just around the corner. And Ademola Lookman will effect this one. All the Ghanaian guys are back, and Nigeria are also pushing men forward because as it stands now, they still won't go to Qatar. Ademola whips in the ball at the far end, trying to find Trostekong, but couldn't get the ball. And Kudus was also trying to recover, but he couldn't do it. The Nigerians used it to attack. And nobody is doing a yeoman's job like they did on Ola Aina.
I think that the Blasters are a bit more, they are all over the place basically. They don't know what they are trying to do right now. And I'm surprised that we have Thomas Partey, Daniel Amati, quite Jordan Ayew. These are experienced players who have played in certain circumstances. We'd expect them to man up and tell the young guys that, hey, cool heads must prevail. I think we need some leadership on the field, else Nigeria will score, because we seem to be over, there is no plan. The pressure has gotten to the team. They should calm down, try get a game. It's still an open game. It's even in our favor. So the Black Stars need to calm down.
The Black Stars need to calm down, and I'm telling you that as it stands now, Daniel Amate has been booked. And in 1973, Malik Jaber was booked in the first half. In the second half, he was booked again and he was sent off. Eric Amankwa was also sent off at the time that the game was 2-2. But Ghana still managed to get the winning goal.
None of them is calm down.
But in that year, the Stars couldn't make it to the World Cup as they lost to Congo in the final playoff game.
Emmanuel Dennis has brought some impetus into the starting lineup. He has brought a variety of style of play, a different style of play to the attacking lineup for the Super Eagles. I mean, believe you me, I didn't know how we would have coped without him in the team at the moment, because it feels like more of the strength has been coming from his end. Ademola Lookman, why not? He's doing well, but Emmanuel Dennis, I should say, I must credit him.
The Ghanaian midfield not really function properly in this game. And Victor Osimhen, what a beautiful control. Victor Osimhen face to face with Daniel Amate. Bobo Nakfa baby cry.
I think that Osimhen, I mean, he was kept away in the first leg, and that clearly they are doing the same job today. He had an offside goal to credit. He celebrated that he has scored a World Cup winning goal, but the referee had to call it. And the referee didn't want to give the offside, but he eventually had to do so because clearly, it just answered. Amate seemed to be in pain, and that will be a major blow. That's I'm scared of because I look at the bench and we have Joseph Fedu and one Mumin and some other centre backs, but I think he's the leader of the defense, and if he goes out, it will be a huge blow to the Black Stars.
It will be a huge blow to the Black Stars. But let's see what's going on in Senegal.
Franco Yeka is also injured, and these are key players to their teams. Amate will be sorely missed if he's replaced. I hope he's not substituted because we need the best of players play for both sides. We also will enjoy the football.
We need the best in this game, and Babatunde made this statement because he doesn't want a situation where the Nigeria will win and the Ghanaian fans will say, oh, you won because Amate couldn't finish the game. I don't probably because that's what I would say. Daniel Amate plays for Leicester City, made his debut for the Black Stars in 2015. He has made 37 appearances in the Ghanaian jersey, but he's yet to score. There was a time that he nearly joined Liverpool, but he got injured along the way, won the English FA Cup with Leicester City, beating Chelsea last year at Wembley, Ghana. Seems to be suffering from the Nigerian disease at the Kumasi Stadium. They find it very difficult to push the ball from their 18-yard box, but this time around, the Ghanaians.
Our defense are in 50s and 70s. It seems like we don't know what we are doing.
Shocking.
Someone should be telling them that we are actually winning the tie because at 1-1 at this rate, Ghana is leading. If the game ends right now, Ghana has qualified. So someone should be communicating to them that we are not on the losing side. They should keep their heads in the
Another
game.
corner for Nigeria. Ademola Lookman whips in this one, finds. Trust the call, and what Jojo Walcott attacked the ball, but he couldn't get it. But he was lucky that his defenders were able to clear the ball out of danger.
I mean, like, the Black Stars just have to see out this particular game because it feels like nothing is going in their favor. The Nigerians are hitting them from all angles, from the air, from the ground as well. And it feels like whatever it is Nigeria is doing is actually working at the moment. The Super Eagles, I should say, or I dare say, should be recording their second goal at the moment and just finish up this game in the second half.
Babatunde, blooming with confidence, yes. When your team is playing well.
That's football. Right?
I think they are playing well, and that was well expected of them. They are playing at home. They can't, in their must-win game, especially now that they must win at all costs to be able to qualify to the next stage. So it's not surprising that they are all guns blazing. They are asking all the questions, but it's how Ghana is dealing with it. That's my issue. We are lucky not to have been on the losing side because our players, I don't think, have handled the pressure well so far.
4 minutes of added time. We've done 2 minutes.
Aribo, calm down.
There seems to be a head clash between Joe Aribo and Baba Idrisu. Ghanaians can't afford to lose him in the absence of Edmond Addo. The three-man midfield of Thomas Partey, Baba Idrisu, and Mohamed Kudus have not really been at their best like they did in front of the Baba Yara crowd. Ghana in 2 games never lost on March 29th before. But the Super Eagles on 29th March 2003, Nigeria beat Malawi by a long goal. In 2006, they lost to the Pharaohs of Egypt by a long goal on this same day by recording their highest victory on 29th of March in 2011, and that was against Kenya. Mikel Obi scored in that particular game. In 2009 World Cup qualifiers, the Super Eagles drew goalless with Mozambique at the Mozambique Stadium. Boris Williams and Jojo Walcott just decided to do the Nigerians a favor by giving them the ball. But Francis Uzo will start the build-up again, and we've done all the 4 added minutes. And referee Sadu Selmi, any moment from now, will be ending the first half. But we'll be reading you some comments. Mohamed Kudus finds a long ball, and Afenejan did all to force Francis Uzo to come out. Afenejan has been a mere passenger.
I don't think we've offered a lot, attacking wise. Aside a goal by Thomas Partey, which was, handed to us by courtesy Francis Uzo, who've not done attacking. I think we plan to defend. We're lucky to get a goal. We start a bit too deep. Let's see how we approach the second half. But I have not really been impressed, because if we are defending, we need to defend better. If we are attacking, we need to attack better. At this point, we're doing neither of the two.
Referee Saduk Salmi ends the first 45 minutes of the game inside the Moshood Abiola Stadium, and it's Ghana 1, Nigeria 1. As it stands now, the Super Eagles will be making it to the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar at the end of the year. But they have 45 minutes more to rewrite the history and make their 7th appearance at the World Cup. Babatunde, first 45 minutes, a lot of attacking threats from the Super Eagles. You were down through a mistake by Francis Zoho, but you came back.
I mean, this is your typical Super Eagles performance. I'm sure fans in the stadium are quite impressed. I also learned that President Muhammadu Buhari is at the stadium as well. So that's some extra motivation.
Extra motivation is here.
When you're playing,
Baba,
you're playing in front of...
I remember your game in the AFCON against Tunisia. You are blaming the defeat because you said the president called them before the game. And it's not only you. A lot of Nigerians have had issues with the president Buhari calling the team.
That was the call. He's present.
He's present, so he's different.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that the boys have pulled the trick out of their hat. The Black Stars, I should say, are respecting the Super Eagles too much. Basically, I don't think they have the sort of depth the Super Eagles had in Kumasi, where they could soak up the pressure and ensure that they didn't concede. I'm actually quite disappointed again that the Super Eagles have not gotten the second goal. Looking at the sort of pressure we put on the Black Stars. But again, 45 minutes to go. I believe there are going to be more goals in this particular game. It will be disappointing for the Super Eagles if the Black Stars come into the game and get another goal. That's going to be a different ball game. Already the first goal, I wasn't expecting it. And this team, this Black Star team, nothing is beyond them. They look capable of scoring when you do expect it, when you expect it to happen. So I mean, the second half is going to be quite interesting. We'll just wait to enjoy it.
We just hope to enjoy it very soon. We'll be reading some comments from Ghanaians for you. But the comments coming in, a lot of them are disappointed in referee Saduk Selmi from Tunisia for awarding that penalty to Ademola Lookman in the first place. But Perez, before I bring you in, let me go through the stats. 65% of ball possession for the Eagles, 35 for Ghana, 10 goal attempts from the Nigerians, only one. And that was our goal through Thomas Partey. 3 shots on target. It means that Jojo Walcott have done a lot in goal. Just only one. 7 off, 3 corner kicks, 1 for Ghana. 2 saves from Jojo Walcott, all the stats in the game goes in favor of Nigeria.
I think it's a fair reflection of what the game has been. It's been a total dominant performance for Nigeria. Unlike Ghana, where in the first leg we dominated but couldn't create chances. Nigeria are playing well and they are creating the chances. You could blame the referee for their goal. You would say that it was a soft penalty, but hey, it was a penalty and he gave it to them. So the scoreline for me does not really reflect. If all things being equal, Nigeria should be in the lead because they've been the better of the two sides. But for the Black Stars, I think the plan was to sit deep, soak the pressure and counter. I don't think we are doing that quite well because defensively, we appear to be all over the place. Offensively, there seems to be no plan. Afinajan is lacking supply. Jordan has had to drop deep and work his ass out. And we all know how that ends for Jordan whenever he's got to put in a lot of shifts in the first half. I've not seen a lot of action from Fatai Isaku, basically because the midfield are not supplying the balls to the offensive as we would have loved. So it's been a Nigerian performance. Ghana are lucky not to be down, courtesy Francis Uzoho or Thomas Partey. But if we are to get out of this game with something, the Black Stars need to shoot more, need to cross more, need to dominate more. The Nigerian team, I don't think it's as good as we are making them see. If we come up a bit and decide to be a bit more expansive or a bit more offensive-minded, we can clearly get something out of this. I agree with Baba when he says there are goals in this game, but I don't think Nigeria only has the goals.
I don't think that Nigeria only has the goals. Now, let's go through some specifics. Baba, in the first leg, the laterals of Ghana, Dennis Odoi and then Gideon Mensah, were a hard nut to crack. But it seems it has been easy for Emmanuel Dennis and Ademola Lookman, something that Chukwueze and Moses Simon couldn't do.
So I think that the element of surprise is in play. You know, I keep referring back to the AFCON where Augustine Eguavoen repeated the same squad for almost 4 games. So everybody believed that, okay, this is the same team, this is the same players, the same personnel you used to execute your game. And obviously, in the same in Kumasi, it was the same starting lineup when it comes to the attacking or the laterals. That's Simon Moses and Samuel Chukwueze. So Odoi and Gideon Mensah probably might have studied how these guys play. Probably would have understood their movement, whether they move to the right, whose strength is on the left, and whatnot. But Lookman and Emmanuel Dennis, in as much as they are wingers, they are totally entirely different players from Simon Moses and Chukwueze. You can't anticipate what they're going to do when they get the ball. And clearly, Emmanuel Dennis has shown that you can't predict him. When he gets the ball, he either flicks it to the middle, the trickery, he goes around you, and the ball is running. And he has the speed to also follow the ball. So I think that the element of surprise is in play. Unfortunately, that was what Otuado used to get the Super Eagles in the game in Kumasi. You know, but for Eguavoen, if this worked for him, then tactically he's getting it right.
All right, Ezra, what do you think is wrong with our lateral defenders? They were superb in the first leg, but they've been all over in the first half.
It's the setup of the team. We sat a bit too deeper than we did in the first leg. In the first leg, because we wanted to win and we needed downwind, we were playing attacking forward, and that suited the style of Gideon Mensah and Dennis Odoi, the attacking-minded team. Remember, Dennis Odoi has, I think, 6 assists in this season alone. Gideon Mensah, since we've known him, here in Ghana, has always been an explosive left back who likes to attack. So what they did was that because they were attacking, they kept the Nigerian fullbacks at bay. The likes of Sanusi and Ola Aina were not attacking as they would have liked. But now what we are doing, we've sat deep, and our fullbacks are not joining the defense. So we have Ola Aina and the other Nigerian left back coming in. Then so they overcrowd our laterals, and I think that has been the challenge for the Black Stars. So how we in the second half, what we need to do now is to take the game to them, be a bit more offensive-minded. The likes of Dennis Odoi and Gideon Mensah need to be up a bit. We are too deep. Need to come up around the center line and try to contain them there. If we have them, then we have our midfielders, Baba Idrisu, coming in and dropping into the sides and helping. We need to do that.
We need to do more to come back into the game. That's Perez Ezra Kwao. We'll go for a quick break, but before we go, let me read some messages on Twitter for you. Gary Smith is saying that all the 50-50 calls are going one way.
What did he expect?
The ref.
What the Gary expect?
The ref. Well, perhaps the fever pitch noise in this stadium influencing him. The fans really playing their part. The pitch is terrible. Ball keeps bouncing around. That's from Akwesi Prepra. Kali J, ref they check VL like he they check something. A lot tweets. Ghanaians seems to be calling out the referee for some of the decisions he took. Now, quick one before I go for break. Egypt down by a long goal.
Well, like I said earlier, we need, Senegal to qualify. I mean, if you watch the first leg of the encounter, it was a dominant performance by Senegal. And like I said, they are the only team that showed that on the world stage they can take on any of the superpowers in the world. So it's good that Senegal have their noses in front. I expect them to score more. And I would like to watch that game again because I'm sure now they are fluffing a lot of opportunities. But one thing that Egypt are good at, they know how to sucker punch. They can play with you, and the last minute, they just hit one in. So Senegal need to take care of their chances.
Senegal needs to take care of their chances. Babatunde, I'll bring you in after the break. You're still watching GhanWeb's live coverage of the final day of FIFA World Cup playoff. Today, our focus has been at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, where Ghana and Nigeria is 1-1 draw. But as it stands now, Ghana has 1 feet in Qatar. We'll be back with more after the break. Welcome back from the break. You're still watching GhanaWeb TV, and this is GhanaWeb's live coverage of the final day FIFA World Cup qualifiers. a lot of games going on. But today our focus has been in Senegal, where the Teranga Lions are hosting the Pharaohs of Egypt. Egypt hoping to make their 4th qualification to the FIFA World Cup after 1934, 1990, and 2018. But the Teranga Lions are also hoping to return to the Mundial after 2018. Remember, they are part of the 2 countries who have booked once played in the quarterfinal. So Senegal, as it stands now, that game will also go straight to penalties if it ends 1-1. Babatunde 1-0 in Cairo, and then currently Senegal leading by a long goal. So if it ends now, we are going to have another penalty shootout between the 2 countries.
Yeah, it's a tough game. Senegal are a very good side. I mean, that's basically why they won the AFCON. Egypt are also a very good side, but they can flop when it comes to the World Cup. Senegal are playing very well, but again, they need to be mindful of Egypt, just like Nigeria. I think that they should have been, killing this game by now, just to put it beyond the size of Egypt. If they are not careful, Egypt might get the winning goal, and before you know it, Senegal are out. The Egyptians, however, they could, or they usually perform on the continent, but when you go to the global stage, then they tend to disgrace the continent. But I mean, it could be different this year.
It could be different this year. But before we wrap everything up after the Ghana and then the Egypt game, we are also going to give our predictions for the other games. Now, in Algeria will be taking on the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. Algeria have the lead, 1 goal away from home. Morocco will also take on DR Congo. Tunisia will welcome Mali in the final games. Now, what do you expect from Coach Otuado in the second half?
I expect to see a plan. You know, in the first leg, I credited him a lot. I applauded him because I saw a plan. The plan clearly in this game was to sit and defend, but the setup of the team defensively has been a major problem for him, because we don't seem to know if this one moves, who come in. The shape of the team is a major concern for me. So we need to have that plan as well. And if we are going to defend, what's the plan for attack? Are we going via the flanks? Are we going via Thomas Partey? What's the plan? Because now we appear to be all over the place. We appear to be in 6s, and so we appear not to be playing according to any plan. So he should speak to the players and say, during the training ground, we work on this, and that. Now we are into the game. We have our noses in front, because as things stand, the Black Stars have have qualified for the World Cup. So we should speak to them and say, calm down, but approach the game this way. Maybe Partey and Baba will sit deep. Kudus need to drop a bit deeper and help them release the ball quickly, because he's been a distance from the midfield, from the attack and the defense. So that's the plan that they need to come in. Carve a plan if we are going defensive, which I don't like, because I think the few times we decided to attack, that for me has been our strength. So we need to attack. But if we are going defensive, the shape must be better. Our defensive shape has been horrendous.
The players are making their way back onto the pitch. Joe Walcott has been very good in the first half, despite conceding a penalty. 2 saves so far. Babatunde, do you want to see the same plan in the first half, or you want Iguabon to tweak things a bit?
No, same plan. Obviously, the Black Stars don't know where they put their shoes, because it feels like they're running all over the place. So same plan, same team, same strategy. Probably the only change could be him bringing in Sema Moses, just in case Lukman gets fatigued at some points in the game, or if there's any injury. But so far so good. I believe the game is going in the right direction for the Super Eagles.
Ghana will be making a quick change. Ghana will be making Elisha Owusu and Daniel Kofitre are being introduced in this game. Good change.
Clearly, it's a defensive sub. You are sacrificing an attack, a striker from an attacking midfielder who has the energy to drop and defend. Then we are sacrificing Jordan Ayew, who is one of our offensive-minded players, for Elisha. So what we are going to do now is that we are going to have a 2-man defensive midfield. Thomas Partey slightly in front of them, with Mohamed Kudus partnering Chire Afron. What that gives you is that it gives you a lot of power and a lot of runs.
And the Adam is also...
Wow.
So 3 quick changes for Ghana.
I mean, probably...
And the Adam, Elisha Owusu, and then Daniel Kofi. One would ask, why not Osman Bukari?
I think we're going to see a 3-back Ghana system. So you're going to see maybe Yadom, Amate, and Jiku at the heart of defense. Then you have Denis Odoy, Baba Idrisu, Elisha Wusu, and the other guy in the midfield. It's more going to be a 3-4-3 formation. And that, for me, is trying to get hold of the midfield because we've struggled in that department. So what this brings us is that we create some dominance in the middle of the park and try to push our fullbacks a bit forward to be able to contain the pressure from the Ghanaians. And the Adam, based on his performance at the AFCON, have reasons to be worried. Prior to the AFCON, he showed glimpses of good performance. So we just have to hope that it's the positive and the Adam that turns up today. But clearly, it's a shift in approach, in formation for the Blasters. And maybe it's to surprise the Nigerians.
Maybe it's to surprise the Nigerians. Babatuni, what do you say about the changes of Otuado?
Well, I mean, he has a strategy. I mean, clearly the first half hasn't gone according to his plan. So if the plan is not going well for you, you basically will have to change it. I'm hoping that the substitutions he's bringing in execute the plan he wants to carry out. But irrespective, I think that the element of surprise is key to fixtures like this, where your opponent exactly doesn't know what to have off your sleeves. I also believe that Austin Eguavon is up to the task, and
but Augustine Eguavon, strangely, is about to introduce a defender. That's Abdullah Sehu.
Yes, so it's like a chess move. You move, I move. You move, I move. So,
but why would you need a defender when you have to score?
Because
I would like to know the player he's replacing.
All right, so the second half is underway. Will anything change for you guys?
No.
Like I said, I still think there are goals in this game. Both Ghana and Nigeria are going to score. Whoever scores 2 will win. But I think there are 2 more goals in this game.
2 more goals in this game for Perez. We are back to the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Nigeria. Ghana giving them pressure, and Andy Adam links up very well with Felix Afenejan. But Afenejan was stopped by Abdullah Zeu. And it doesn't seem that he's going to play as a defender, maybe more of a midfielder. Elisha Owusu wearing the jersey number 10 of Captain Andre Morgan Ayew. But Nigeria able to stand up to the early pressure from the Ghanaians. They win the ball back.
So you realize that Partey has assumed a more offensive role than he did in the first half. Mohamed Kudus and Partey are the ones going to push with Chere on the other side of the flank. So clearly, it's a change in strategy from the Blasters coach.
The Ghana defenders need to be careful of the runs of Victor Osimhen, because it is not every day that you have the VAR to come to your rescue. So they need to be careful. Emmanuel Dennis plays for English Premier League side Watford. Coach Augustine Eguavon was the last Super Eagles coach to beat Ghana in a major competition, and that was in 2006.
Also,
AFCON and Francis Uzo.
who does that?
Nearly gifted a goal. It would have been serious if that ball had gone to Afenejan. But will Ghana punish Francis Uzo for gifting us a corner on a silver platter?
You have Daniel Chere, who, for me, compared to Jonah, has a better skill when it comes to the set. If he can whip it well, then we get a header onto it. That might be.
Daniel Chere whips this ball, but Nigeria cleared it. And Andy Adam sends the rebound, but the Nigerians block it. Ball still with Ghana. Daniel Chere wings in across again. But the ball is still in the half of Ghana. And Kudus has been caught behind enemy lines, trying to fire a bicycle kick.
Zoho has shown that he's probably one of the worst goalkeepers the Super Eagles has produced. Because his composure has been terrible. I don't know. He's not under any pressure, so it baffles me why he's giving away such balls.
And the people from the Ghana Web newsroom, they are also anxious. They want Ghana to win. But our colleagues in my Nigeria are also rooting for the Super Eagles.
The ironic thing about Francis Zoho, he's one of the few goalkeepers who had a chance at a very early age to be with the Super Eagles, and he's not shown much progression.
And Felix Afenejan inside the 18-yard box. But Afenejan couldn't keep his composure. He was looking for a foul because he believes that Leon Balogun fouled him, but referee Saduk won't have any of it.
I think our attackers need to put some pressure on Zoho because clearly he lacks the composure. So they need to put some pressure on him, go at him.
These are the sort of balls we like to see, you know.
And you ask, why did Andy Adam decide not to chase the ball?
I don't know, because Wallacott wasn't coming out for the ball, and I think Andy Adam could have gotten the ball to a throw instead of allowing it to go for a corner, which is a bit more dangerous compared to.
Lukman decided to go short. The ball been given back to Lukman. He's being surrounded by two Ghanaian players, and Mohamed Kudus wins possession. Daniel Kofi Trey is going. Kudus to Gideon Mensah. Gideon Mensah gives the ball away cheaply. And Nigeria will attack again. Inside the Ghanaian half, and Joe Aribo. What a good player. Aribo finds Victor Osimhen. Ghana can be in trouble, but Jojo Walcott comes out to make a good save. Ghana building again.
I think that the introduction of Chire and has brought some stability in the Ghanaian middle, and now we seem to be getting into our groove, getting into settling and taking dominance of the game as well. At this stage where it's a 1-1 game that works in our favor, it's important we get control of the middle, and I'm impressed with what I've seen in the early minutes of the second half.
Nigerians are really dealing with a young star who plays for AS Roma, and Nigeria breaking away. Emmanuel Dennis trying to find Victor Osimhen, but that was a good block from Alexander Jiku. Joe Aribo got the second ball inside the 18-yard box, by his effort goes wide, and Ghana will have a welcome goal kick.
This is the sort of game we want to see from the Super Eagles, where they attack, they are fluid in the attack, they run, they pacey, open the space up, and get the defenders of the Blasters jittery. I mean, if we're able to get in more attacks in this manner, most definitely there's going to be a mistake by the defenders, probably an own goal.
Probably an own goal by the Senegal. So 1-0 in favor of the Teranga Lions by the Abiola Stadium. It's 1-1 draw between Ghana and the Eagles. The Eagles gets a foul. A table was brought down by Gideon Mensah. Paola Aina decided to go back to captain Trust Ekong. Balogun wanted the ball back by Ekong, who decided to move forward with it. Wings in a long one, trying to find Joe Aribo. But Alexander Jiku cleared the line, and the ball is back to Abdullahi. Sends the long one, trying to find Emmanuel Dennis. But that was a good block. From Dennis Odoy. So Dennis Odoy has been pushed to the left, and Gideon Mensah has joined the midfielders.
So Dennis Odoy, I mean, he's
left and right.
This one for him, and clearly, Coach Wado has realized that we are having challenges on the left side of the defensive Dennis comes in and tries to block those balls and help with a more offensive-minded Gideonessa to go on attack. So it's a good move for her. I think there is some stability and some calmness to our game right now. Let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes. By way of information, Abdoulaye Zeu replaced Frank Onyeka. So like for like change from Augustine Guavon. Ball deflects. Daniel Kofitre. Nigeria have another corner. But this time around, at the left side of the Ghanaian attack, Ghanaian defense. Ademola Lookman wearing the jersey number 11 who effects corner kick. Lookman whips the ball in. That's who got the final touch. Emmanuel Dennis. But the ball was not on target. Nobody picked Dennis. Gideon Mensah picked him, but when the ball came in, he left him.
I think it was Afenajan who was supposed to keep tabs on him. He left him once the ball came in. I think for a free header, he could have done better. I mean, he had enough time to plan where he was going to head the ball, and he couldn't even get it on time. That's a huge miss for Nigeria, because in games like, you're not going to get a lot of big chances. So once you get there, you need to take. But the referee, man,
Eduardo is furious about the performance of the referee. Referee Saduk Selmi might be enemy number 1 of Ghanaians after this game. Like the way referee Mogweta Ndiaye is enemy number 1 of South Africans. Daniel Amate taking control of the defense. He's trying to find Mohamed Kudus. Has been a mere passenger in this game.
There isn't a lot of movement from the Blasters, so once the defense get the ball, it becomes difficult to find someone. Look at that ball again. Amate hesitated before giving that pass because he was looking around for a free player to give the ball to. We need to move. The offensive lines, once you get the ball, they need to run the channels if we are to create something from this game.
We need to do better. And the Yadon plays in the English Championship for Reading alongside his countryman Baba Abdurrahman, who couldn't make the cut because of an injury. And Jiku decided to go long. Calvin Bassi is very solid at the left side of the Nigerian defense, preventing the attacking threats of Mohamed Kudus in the first half. He did a good job on Abdul Fattah Isahaku, and the Yadom takes the throw. Thomas Partey loses possession, fouls Joe Aribo in the process, but referee Saduk Sam whistles for an infringement for Joe Aribo inside the Nigerian half. Ball taken quickly to Calvin Bassi. He's being challenged by Afenajan. The ball has been sent back to Balagun to Trust Ekong. Ekong finds Ola Aina at the right side. Aina was trying to cut through to the Nigerian attack, but that was some good play from Elisha Owusu. Daniel Kofitre sent it back to Afenajan, couldn't hold on to possession.
I think the tempo of the game has dropped a little, mainly because maybe the Blasters are a bit into it now. Once they get a ball,
everybody is careful.
I think Nigeria are beginning to realize that the Blasters have upped themselves, and once we get a game, we tend to slow because we are not in a haste to win. Nigeria, on the other hand, when they get the ball, they want to size the Blasters up and try to see if they are going to find some chance. So the tempo has dropped a bit, but I still think there are goals in this game. And Osimhen, nearly got a goal for Nigeria. I mean, that was a good strike from him.
Victor Osimhen, 10 goals in 18 appearances. This will be his 10th, his 20th appearance for the Super Eagles. So it means that every 2 games that he plays, he gets a goal for the Eagles.
I mean, Victor Osimhen is a very, very clinical player. Fortunately for him, today he's getting his stride. He's putting himself into the right spaces. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to get a goal. Well, he got one. Unfortunately, it was disallowed. But you realize that it's likely if he keeps putting on the effort, keeps putting on the pressure, he's likely to get a goal, Victor.
Baba believes that Osimhen is likely to get a goal if the supplies from his wingers Ademola Lookman and Emmanuel Dennis Joe Aribo keeps coming. Daniel Kofi Tre, Mohamed Kudus finding it difficult to go past Calvin Bassey. And Bassey is following Kudus everywhere on the pitch.
I think they've marked him out of the game because they know he's one of our key players. So if they want to get something out of it, then they need to keep him at bay. I don't think Kudus himself has covered himself in glory in this particular game. It's been a lackluster performance from him. I expected more, but they still have some minutes to show. He's one of the players who can make things happen for the Black Stars. So I just hope he turns up.
I just hope he comes to the party because Ghana will need the best game and the best players to get the results in this game.
Our players are not moving into spaces, and once again you have a centre back complaining
that move. There seems to be another change coming.
You know, Amate and I was saying giving me Bakwe Koeman vibes there. I mean, even when Bakwe was up, the Koeman was following him.
Moses Simon is getting ready to come on. Moses Simon is getting ready to come on. And he is going to replace Ademola Lookman.
Typical like for like. I mean,
like for like change for Augustine Guavon. The Nigerians at the Moshood Abiola Stadium are quiet. You don't see the vim we saw in the first 45 minutes.
Well, I think that is probably a strategy. We're trying to wear the Ghanaians off and hit them back on the 70th.
Your fans are quiet and it's a strategy.
So,
hey, Baba today.
We are.
It is a strategy.
Nigeria getting in. Calvin Bassey will handle a throw-in for the Eagles. Sends the ball back to Ghana wins, attacking Mohamed Kudus. Mohamed Kudus is still going away. Mohamed Kudus is being challenged by Ona Aina. Kudus loses possession.
He had options. There were options left, right. Afinajan had gone. Daniel Kofi was on the run.
Moving.
Thomas Partey was moving. Just find someone. You can't do it all by yourself.
Ola Aina did a very good job in defending that ball.
Referee, this is a yellow card.
Thomas Partey might go into the books for his challenge on Calvin Bassey.
Referee, this is a yellow card.
I'm surprised the referee is not flashing the yellow card, but clearly. I mean, that was a late challenge by Thomas Partey, and today he's not having his day. He scored our goal for us, but he's lost a few balls and he's not having his day. But he should count himself lucky that the referee decided to have a word for him. Maybe because he's Thomas Partey, he's there to let this one pass. But I'm not sure the next time he goes into another player, he will be forgiven.
Thomas Partey, the Arsenal midfielder, party after party, but we've barely seen that from him. In 2022 for the Black Stars, He was not really up to the task in the AFCON.
The longer the scoreline stays the same, the pressure there is on the Nigerians to score, the more apprehensive or the more uncomfortable the fans become. And once they are in that stage, it works in the favor of the Black Stars. I like how we appear to be a bit more composed in the second half of the game, because that was lacking in the first half. We need to see how this game, as things stand, the Black Stars are in Qatar. See how this game, or try to get a goal. But I still think that this game might fetch a goal. When looking at the play, maybe Nigeria has got it.
Maybe Nigeria has got it, but Ghana wins possession. Elisha Osu finds Mohamed Kudus. Kudus Mohamed. And he did very well winning back possession. Kudus to Elisha. Elisha who decided to go left. Daniel Kofi Tre to Gideon Mensah. Gideon gives the ball back to Kofi Tre wearing the Michael Essien jersey. Kofi Tre goes back. The Nigerians are crowding the left side of the Ghanaian defense. Afenejan did very well to hold on to possession. They nearly lost it to Calvin Bassey. Jiku driving the ball to Andy Yadom. Right side, Andy Yadom, good ball. Inside, Felix Afenejan. Felix Afenejan! Felix did very well, but that was a poor final decision from the AS Roma striker.
I think he was expecting, Chire to be on the move, but the two of them on that occasion were not on the same page. And luckily, there was a Nigerian leg onto his ball, so Ghana has an attacking corner now. Chire is going to be behind. If he can whip it well into the 6-yard box of Francis Uzoho, then maybe we could be counting another goal.
If the corner is not able to beat the first line of defense, then it was not taken properly. And Chire whips in this one. But Daniel Amate couldn't get the proper connection that he wanted.
I think the only thing that lacked in this move was the right connection. The pace on
very
the ball,
good ball.
Yes, the level was okay. All you needed was someone to just latch onto it. Amate tried but couldn't. That tells you that there were some impediments in the Nigerian box, and you have to give the Nigerian defense credit for that.
Credit to the Eagles at the back for defending their fatherland. Nigeria have a throw-in, Ola Aina. He's been superb at the right side of the Nigerian defense, playing behind Emmanuel Dennis. And the two of them have done a yeoman's job so far in the game. But let's go to Senegal, and we've done 71 minutes of action. And it's still 1-0 in favor of the Teranga Lions and 1-1 on aggregate. A few changes has been made. Zito has replaced Trezeguet. Zizou has been introduced by Carlos Jerez to replace Zizou. Mohamed Enoni has been taken out, has been replaced by Dunga. This is not the Brazilian Dunga. And then Dien has been replaced by Bruno Sarr. So in Senegal, only one change, and Egypt have made 2. But the scoreline is still 1-0. As it stands now, 18 more minutes to go, and we'll have another penalty shootout between Senegal and Egypt. By Nigeria, Calvin Bassey heckling the Ghanaian attack, and Victor Osimhen drop deep to pick it, find Ola Aina. Aina to Dennis. Dennis wings up the ball by a table, got the final touch inside the 18-yard box in place of Alexander Jiku, but he couldn't hit targets.
Well, that was a good move from Nigeria. I mean, he got a cross into it. Was a decent cross. Itebo was confronted by Jiku, so we did not have enough grip on the ball as we would have loved. But again, it's a progressive move by Nigeria on the right side. Once again, Ola Aina being their attacking outlet, he got the ball, found him before the cross was brought in. So we need to check the runs of Ola Aina very well, because he appears to be the ones that they plan the attack around.
Ola Aina was a Chelsea Academy product, but he couldn't make it to the first team and now plays in Italy for Torino. But he's yet to play a game after joining the Eagles for the AFCON. Ghana building the attack. Thomas Partey decide to go for another long range
Pitch.
But he decided against it, and Ghana still in possession. Gideon Mensah to Daniel Kofi-Tre.
The Black Stars, we realize that
Ghana might be in trouble, but Joseph Walcott blasts the ball away from his own area.
the Black Stars have gotten their stride. Now they're comfortable. I think the changes have worked for them. Meanwhile, the Super Eagles are getting agitated again because it feels like we are finally drawing closer to the game. But irrespective, I think the boys know the task. What is the task to win this game? So every other plan they have, they will definitely execute it.
Every other plan that they have, they will definitely execute it. Moses Simon finds Calvin Bassey, but Bassey has been forced out. Nigeria still in possession. Calvin Bassey has been fouled by Elisha Owusu, wearing number 10. I don't want to say what comes with the number 10 jersey, but if you are a Ghanaian, you know the popular saying that comes with wearing jersey number 10. 70 minutes, 20 more to go. Nigeria have a chance at goal and 110. African teams, especially those in a half, and Nigeria, George Walcott makes a good save to block Trostekong for getting a second goal. But Ghana building the attack again. Ghana breaking away.
Come on.
Elisha slow down play to Mohamed Kudus. And only one Ghanaian player in the Nigerian half, Mohamed Kudus, who decided to take. And Kudus was brought down by a referee. Seems he has an issue with us.
That was a nice set piece. I think that was also a nice save from Joe Walcott.
Yeah,
he
very
did well.
good, a very timely save.
Very timely save. That was fantastic. That goal would have changed the whole atmosphere. It would have changed the entire direction of the game. And I think once again he has proved why he has been given the number 1 slot.
It seems the referee is against us. But we are going again. Daniel Kofi-Tre to Dennis Odoi.
I like the look of Elisha Owusu. Just one touch, keep
Very
it tidy,
calm. Keep
yes,
it
don't
simple. Just like what Idris was doing. But the Ghanaians gave the ball away, and the Eagles Calvin Bassey, left side to Moses Simon. He's been stalled by and the Yadon by Simon will go again and finds Victor Osimhen in behind the lines. But Osimhen has been flagged. That was a good movement.
Simon Moses could have probably passed the ball earlier because I spotted the run of Osimhen, and I anticipated he did so too. But I mean, of course, it was too late. Osimhen is quite agitated. He wants to get a goal. Saying that the expectation on Nigeria is on him. Also, he promised via press conferences and interviews that the Super Eagles were going to defeat the Black Stars. So he has exerted a certain amount of pressure on himself, and he wants to deliver. He wants to tell Nigerians that yes, I'm the right man and I'm fit to do this job.
I'm the right man and I'm fit to do this job. And Ghana have met Nigeria in World Cup qualifiers, and Osman Bukari
I think this is
comes to replace Mohamed Kudus.
one of the best decisions Coach Otuad has made. Kudus has lost ideas. He's
Struggled.
lost. He just came from injury, so you could clearly see that he's not in the right frame. Osman Bukari, on the other hand, has a lot of pace in him, and at this point of the game, we need his pace. If he can give us some of those runs on the flanks, then Nigeria could be found wanting.
Because then the Nigerians need a goal, so they will push forward.
They will push forward, especially in the last 10 minutes, and that gives Ghana an attack to launch an attack, and I think that's what informed Otoado's decision to bring him on.
Now I'm telling you that the various locations for the Soloku, if by chance you qualify, Osu will be hitting. I heard that they will drop one at Circle, what's that name? Obra Sport. So these are the two locations for the Soloku. If Ghana books qualification for the fourth time, 2006, 2010, 2014 was a disaster that many Ghanaians don't want to remember. And Ghana going again. Daniel Kofi Tre. Slow the ball, send it back to Thomas Partey. Partey to Kofi Tre again. Kofi Tre will find. And the Adam, no sense of urgency. And the Adam to Osman Bukari. Bukari wearing a lot of injury. And got the deflection off with table. I said it. The referee is against us. Because that ball.
I mean, even from here, we could see that the ball came off a Nigerian defender.
Referee no best stadium.
I mean, you don't have to make it obvious that we'll be real. If this was Accra Sports Stadium, you would have heard some words that.
Even if you don't understand, you understand.
Yeah, right.
Well, Nigeria building again. Calvin Bassey.
It looks like we might, end the game with a 1-1 draw. But for me, whichever of the two countries win this particular tournament, there is a lot of work to do. Both what I saw in the first leg, what I've seen in the second leg, not enough to challenge or make any impact at the worst stage. So whether Ghana or Nigeria, a lot more work needs to be done between now and November to get them in the right shape to make any meaningful impact or any good representation for Africa, because the football has not been quality. Yeah.
Let's make a quick trip to Senegal. It's still 1-0 inside the final 10 minutes. And whether you like it or not, today, Sadio Mane or Mohamed Salah, one of them will know that they won't make it to Qatar.
Again, it brings to question the format, the African format. I mean, these are two of the best players, not only in the continent, but in world football. And Senegal and Egypt are two of the best footballing countries in the world.
Abedi never played in the World Cup.
No, we need to have a conversation about how Africa is structured. Our representation in the World Cup is a conversation that needs to be had, because we have enough good teams, even Ghana and Nigeria, to think that two of West Africa's best nations are not going to the World Cup.
Ivory Coast won't be going to.
I mean, it's
and then a picture inside the 18-yard box. That's the idea was there, but the connection and the final touch and the final delivery was very poor. But Ghana, whenever they break away, it seems that the tempo is down. Ola Aina to Leon Balogun. Balogun will find Calvin Bassey at the left side. Bassey to Moses Simon. Not much of an impact since he came in to replace Ademola Lookman.
You say Ola Aina probably has gotten tired because the pace on his flank has reduced.
Yeah,
he's no more assisting Emmanuel Dennis like we saw him doing the first half. So
Ahmed Musa and Odioni Gallo might be the final two answers. A table makes way for captain of the Super Eagles, Ahmed Musa, and Don Odioni Gallo. 10 goals in 14 games this season for his club in the Saudi Pro League. And Emmanuel Dennis also makes way for Odion Igalo, former Manchester United striker.
I think at this point they need to throw all the Arsenals in front. You know what I mean? The way the game is going, it doesn't look like they are going to score a goal, and they must score a goal. So I understand the reason bringing on more experienced players who know a thing or two about qualifying for the World Cup. So it's basically like we are at a point where we have to give them everything. So it's bringing on almost everyone who has the ability to score a goal. And Igalo and Musa are players that in previous years we would have expected to start the game, but they can still make things happen for Nigeria.
Rebecca Atta, your message has been well delivered, and I agree with you. Today, Accra is going to be on fire because we are winning.
Because on there Friday.
And then Friday, it would have been a fantabulous Friday, but today is Tuesday, and then the Adam will take this through, and good control from Afenejan, but the linesman flagged Afenejan for his push. Afenejan needs to be steady. You don't want to mess up with Francis Uzoho. Uzoho to trust Ekong. And Ekong to Calvin Bassi at the left side. Bassi to Moses Simon. Fouled by Andy Adam. 10 shots for Nigeria, 5 for Ghana. Not much of an impact from Simon. But Simon waves this one in. But Elisha also did well to defend that free kick. But Ahmed Musa will pick it up and swinging the ball inside the Ghanaian half. And Victor Osimhen has been brought down, but the boy is still in play for Nigeria. But Ghana defend well. Still Ahmed Musa by Elisha Owusu will clear it for Ghana. Pressure on Ghana. But the Nigerians also need to be careful.
I think this is where the Blasters need to be extremely careful, because now Nigeria would throw anything at them. At this point in time, they have the adrenaline pumped out. The fans are agitated. They want to see some action. So Nigeria, you expect them to go all out at the Blasters, trying to push. So we need some defensive mastery in the heart of our defense. Coach, the likes of Daniel Amati, Thomas Partey must be vocal, must arrange their defense to ensure that Nigeria do not get a hint at goal. Otherwise, it will be a sucker punch or a disaster for the Blasters.
All right, so we go again. But Nigeria gives away a free kick around the center half of the pitch inside the final 10 minutes of the game. And in Senegal, 86 minutes of action, 1-0. And as it stands now in Senegal, we might have another penalty shootout, but back to Moshood Abiola Stadium. Tensions are high. And Dennis will take this one to Bukari. Bukari to Dennis, and Elisha Owusu calmly control the ball. What was Elisha doing?
Once again, you would want to blame Elisha for not looking up and giving the pass back. This one occasions where you'll be expecting some movement down the right side. You'll be expecting our right winger to have stretched the Nigerians and create a space for himself. This pass would have been a good attacking outlet for Ghana. It comes to the likes of inspiration, the likes of movement in the Black Stars team.
Sure. Nigeria now under pressure to score, because it would be very painful not to qualify in front of your fans. But it seems the changes have worked for Tuado, but you can't say the same for Iguabon, and Ghana going again. Kofi Tre. And Afenejan couldn't control the ball. I thought Kofi Tre should have given the ball to Osman Bukari rather, because Osman Bukari was unmarked. But the decision has already been made inside the Ghanaian half. And that was a good strike from Victor Osimhen. What was the Ghanaian defenders doing? Victor Osimhen is disappointed. And that was a good flick from Odion Igalo. And a good drive from Victor Osimhen.
Was it the right decision?
I think Victor Osimhen made a wrong call. I felt like he should have brought to the ball, hold it. The defenders might not like to tackle you or foul you and just slide the ball into the net. This was more like a penalty. Wrong decision from Victor Osimhen.
In a moment like this where you need a goal, spare me the theatrics of a bicycle kick that might go into history as a good goal. You just need a goal.
Take the ball. That's all. Put it down. You're in charge. You're in the penalty box. The defenders cannot really apply that pressure that's going to give them a foul, you know. And you just slot into the net. Get a save from the goalkeeper. Victor Osimhen, I believe this was a wrong call from his end.
Oh. Thomas Partey has been booked for dissent.
If
tensions are high at this serious moment.
The referee
need any more from Yenin. But Nigeria go again. And Ola now swinging a good cross.
For a player of his caliber, with all that he's known for as a good crosser of the ball, that was a poor. And it tells you that gradually frustration has settled to the Nigerians, because on a normal day, Ola now wouldn't kick the ball the way he did. Frustration has set in. And a player of his caliber who has played for Nigeria for so long, you would expect that on this particular occasion or in this moment, he should be one of the cool figures in the team and should be edging the young guys. But he rather balloons the ball beyond the reach of any of his players.
Inside the final 5 minutes, and Ghana, in our last 4 games, we've always conceded a late goal rather. We conceded late in the 87th minute against Morocco. We conceded late 89th minutes against Gabon. Late goal again that broke the heart of Ghanaians against Comoros Island. But we are inside the final 5 minutes. Daniel Kofitre did very well by sweeping the ball off the feet of Ahmed Musa. But Ghana building the attack. Elisha Owusu calmly. But the pass from Daniel Kofitre was the wrong one. It seems that we are making the job easy for Nigeria. We get the ball and we give it away so cheaply. Calvin Bassey surging forward for Nigeria. Bassey to Moses Simon. Simon heckled a little bit by Osman Bukhari. And Ghana needs to be careful, because if you have Odion Igalo and Ahmed Musa, you don't want to be giving away set pieces.
I mean, Igalo especially is really, really good.
It's a set piece.
Yes.
Maestro.
And with the head as well. So some of these crosses,
you need to be careful.
Will be a target for whoever is behind it. 2
Nigerians behind. And Moses Simon goes to the far right, trying to find Balogun.
Acquire John.
All right, John.
These are the times when we really do not need to waste our chances.
Babatunde, I have a message for you here. People are worried that your tone is down. People are worried. Yeah, you can check the live streaming. People, so Baba, please project for me. 3 more minutes, and in Senegal, we've done 90 minutes. The 3 minutes of other time is up. And Umar Sadiq has been introduced. Why was this guy sitting on the bench? And we saw in the AFCON, the game Nigeria lost. When he came on, it became clear that Umar Sadiq was the missing link.
It's another area threat for Nigeria. Yeah. So you can look at once he come in, they just balloons the ball straight at him. So
and Nigeria going again. Moses Simon in front of 2 Ghanaians. The ball straight. Jojo Walcott.
I mean, that's the best thing he could have done. That
punch it away.
You know, he was under pressure. So sometimes you have to err on the side of the goalkeeper. I think he's done well But the last 5 minutes, I'm sure the referee will add maybe 6 based on what he's done. I wouldn't surprise even if he has 10. But the blaster should be able to see.
Simon whips in this one down the floor. But the Ghanaian defenders were smart. Yes. First Nigerian to go into the box of referee Saduk Selmi. Shehu Abdullah blocking Daniel Kofitre from going clear on the counter break.
Now I wish you could see what one of our colleagues here is doing behind the camera. It's Richard.
Ghana has 1 feet in Qatar. Osman Bukari caught behind, and Otuado is furious with the referees. Augustine Guavon. Why she say pound?
You know, the Guavon's problem has been that, like yesterday, Daniel pointed out that he doesn't have a plan B. In the first half, all their plan was working.
And Otuado is introducing Perez favorite player, Kwesi, who replaces Felix Afenejan. We are approaching the 90th minute mark, and in Senegal, the game is over. Waiting for what comes next in Senegal, hoping that by the time that the penalty will start, maybe the referee would have ended the game, so that we can go to Senegal and see what is going on. Otuado played in the 2006 World Cup AFCON with Ghana, and Osman Bukari holding and play brilliantly for Kofitre. Kofitre, who decided to go behind boundaries, and Thomas Partey too. And Kwesi Rech is calling for a ball. We will do 5 more minutes of added time. Osman Bukari will face Balogun and wasted this one, but there was no one to connect the ball. Nigeria will come again. Blazing. Baba Sadiq picks up the ball straight in the midfield. But Ghana, yes, Thomas Partey, Osman Bukari inside the 80-yard box. Oh, Bukari, my goodness. Osman Bukari, look at my colleagues in the Ghana newsroom. Osman Bukari, but Richard, one of our camera crew guys, is so dancing.
I swear, he's having a party.
Oh. But we've done a minute of the other time. 4 more minutes to go. Ghana needs to keep their head in the game. Referee whistles for an infringement against Ghana. About 4 meters away from the 18-yard box. We've done close to 2 minutes of the 5 minutes added time.
And the Senegal game, I hear Ismail Issa is wasting a lot of chances.
He has wasted so many opportunities. If they don't qualify, he is to be blamed. Moses Simon will take this one. Baba Twine, let me see your shouting. Baba Twine,
Simon Moses hasn't shown.
Baba Twine, if I don't see your shouting, if you score, I don't want to hear anything in this video.
Set piece taker. Because he keeps losing the ball.
Moses Simon and Leon Balogun behind the ball, few meters away. Simon! But I could hear the noise from the Ghana newsroom. They are happy. And my camera guy is still dancing in the studio.
I mean, it's done. I mean, by a miracle.
Jojo Walcott has been booked for delaying time.
By a miracle of Lazarus proportion, I don't see Nigeria or Ghana getting a go into it. I mean, it's over.
So we thought that the game will not go for extra time, but in Senegal, extra time has already begun.
Okay.
So it means that today we will be here for long.
Well, we are done. I mean, if it's the same blasters, we are done.
Yeah,
Ghana has made it to Qatar. In Nigeria, the Jollof War has ended, and it's Akufo-Addo FC have defeated Buhari.
And
FC.
today is the 78th birthday of Ado Showboy, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
They ask 11.
You won't qualify on bet you 11.
I mean, it's, but clearly, you know, I was a huge fan of Augustine Guavon in the AFCON, but this game has heavily exposed him. And credit to Coach Otuado, he saw the game.
We are not done yet, Perez. We are not done yet. A minute more to go. A minute more to go. Jojo Walcott. You should be careful. People have already started calling Babatunde.
You know,
Jojo Walcott sending a long one, and Kofi Rech controlled the ball very well, but he couldn't.
yo.
Otuado is telling Bukari, my friend, get up and go and attack. Now better. Baby Abuja now better.
Nice. Yellow.
Ghana needs to be. Thomas Partey has been bullied in the midfield. But Nigeria will go again. But that was good intervention. And yes, 10 seconds more to go. 8, 7, 6, 5,
No. There's a fan on the pitch. I just.
And Nigeria inside the 18-yard box. And at this moment, where is my Ghana flag? Where is my Ghana flag?
Yes!
Where is my Ghana flag? And Ghana book its place to the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Otuado Beye, Otuado Ayampa. Ghana, we are through. Ghana, we are through. Ghana, we are going to the World Cup. Ghana, we are going to the World Cup. We are going to the World Cup. Oh, as it stands now, are we going to Qatar? I'll be going to Qatar. Thomas Partey and Jojo Walcott is crying from grass to grace. If you don't believe that miracle works in football, look for Jojo Walcott and read his story. If a prophet had said some years ago that the Black Stars goalkeeping role will be kept for someone who plays in the 4th division, probably it would have been a big disaster here in Ghana. But after 90 minutes of action plus 5 more minutes, the Black Stars won or draw. Thomas Partey scored in the first half, and Trustekong equalized through a penalty. And Ghana won or draw on goal difference, goal aggregates. The Black Stars have booked their place to the 2022 FIFA World Cup. And I'm telling the directors, Docas and Goma Perez, officially, I'm the one going to represent Ghana. Ghana will be in Qatar, but let me come back to the studio before we go to Senegal and go and check out their game and look at the Ghanaian players, Dennis Odoi and the likes. Babatunde, let me start with you. Nigeria have missed out on the World Cup. How do you sum up your entire performance right from when the qualifiers started in the group phase?
Oh well, I think. I mean, let's forget about the group stages. I believe the World Cup qualification was based on these 2 matches. And if you ask me again, the boys put in their all. I mean, this is football. Clearly, it has shown that the Black Stars needed it the most. Augustine Guavon, in as much as people may believe he doesn't have a plan B, I think his strategy was mapped out right. Unfortunately, he was outwitted by Otuado, who introduced some very, very quality changes. Nigeria missed it in the first half when they should have. They had the momentum, they had the chances, they had it felt like they were going to score a goal, you know. Unfortunately, that could not happen. But, you know, this is football, a lot of things happen, and if you miss your chances in the first half, I mean, it's probable that your opponent will likely take you on in the second half.
All right, Perez, how do you see the entire game before we talk about what Augustine Guavon didn't do right and all that? How do you see the entire game?
Shall I be like I over happy too much? So, I'm there, but it's for me, and I said it yesterday that if Otuado is the brain behind all of this, then the GFA have no reason not to hand him the job on a permanent basis. Because everything we saw on the pitch, especially in the second half, was from him. The changes he did created the impact that we needed. We had lost control of the game in the first half, and we needed control of the game in the middle. And Elisha Owusu and the guys came in and took the So clearly for me, it's an outstanding show of coaching by Otuado. And from where our Blasters is today, I'm impressed that we get a chance to go to Qatar, we get a chance to map out things well. But on the part of Augustine Guavon, I will repeat what Danny said yesterday. Danny said that if you want to go to the World Cup, if you want to be on the second stage, you need to vary your tactics at certain points. He had a status.
When you say that the first half it was all glooming for Nigeria, but will you say that it was because of the changes? Because Moses Simon came in to replace Lukman, and he didn't do
anything.
The
thing is that, so the Otuado realized in the first half that we had lost control of the game, and we needed more men in the middle. We needed an extra man on the left to curtail the Nigerian defense. Oguavon's plan was to build a ball around the wingers. Once the wingers were cleared, what was the other option? There was none. And that worked in favor of the Blasters. So all the Blasters, the reason why Ghana could not go on to win this game is what we already know, that we lack goal scorers, we lack offensive players. And that's what happened today. So clearly, Coach Otuado taught Augustine Guavon, and his substitutions made an impact for the Blasters coach. Guavon's substitution, I don't know what's in front of him, because I think Ademola was a bit more lively, was giving Nigerians something more than what Moses Simon brought on in the second half. So, from a Ghanaian perspective, I'm happy that after the lowest point in our football in the AFCON, we'll be able to bounce back against no other country than against Nigeria. I would have loved to see Nigeria at the AFCON, at the World Cup. I don't understand why Egypt, Ivory Coast, all those guys shouldn't go to the World Cup. But the Jollof Derby has been settled. You could say that neither team won over the two legs, but the Blasters go to the World Cup and shut up Nigeria.
The Blasters go to the World Cup and shut up Nigeria. Let me read some comments coming through on our Twitter handle. Then we'll come back into some specifics of the game. Where do the Super Eagles go from here? Now, Asamoah is saying that Otuado, masterclass. Asamoah is saluting. Now, CAF is saying that back on the global stage. Congratulations, Ghana, World Cup bound again. And yes, Ghana, way to knock them off their feet. That's from Gary R. Smith. And then others are also asking, who will be your man of the match in the Ghana team? Then the comments keep coming. And then this one is from Kali J. Kali J is saying that, you see eagle way fly higher than the sky before, my friend, come again. Yes, the Ghanaians are bragging. Sadiq Adams, it's on them. Yeah, when we pull up on them, yeah, I think he's writing some lyrics from the Asaka boys. Who saw that? Bukai wanted to waste time, and Otuado told him that, my friend, get up and go and tackle. Yes. Michael Otieje is saying that next time, Nigeria or more, you see your mate, if for Petam. Yeah, some comments coming through right there. Ghanaians are happy. Perfect birthday gift for Adudi. Yes, President Akufo-Addo, happy birthday. Happy 78th birthday. And today, the Black Stars have given you the greatest gift you get.
I don't forgive you holiday tomorrow. Since the game is on a Friday, give we holiday tomorrow, let's do the do. But Charlie, I mean, sometimes we all rant and complain about the Black Stars, but finish, we love the team. We always hope they do well. And this is one of the moments that every Ghanaian loves, that we go to Qatar. I still think that we are a team, a lot of work needs to be done.
Yeah.
But, Tuado, and I'm not trying to be about, and it's not about the result. Even if we had lost this game.
How we played.
It's for me, that matters, especially at the current stage of the Black Stars, how we play, how the technicalities matter to me. And I'm happy that Otuado in the 2 leg has exhibited some great, tactical prowess. Let's hope that maybe he and Chris Hilton and the lights can build on from here.
Let's hope that they can build on from here. Now, Babatunde, before we move away from the Ghana game, the Egypt against Senegal, extra time, we've done 10 minutes, and the scoreline is still the same. Baba, where do you go from here?
Well, I think that the Super Eagles still have a very, very good squad. Relatively, these players are quite young. So I expect Eguavoin to various tactics. The fans were clamoring for a change in the team.
Do you want Eguavoin to stay on?
Yes, I believe he has a quality. He just needs to vary his tactics, that's all. I think that he listened to the fans. Fans were clamoring for a change in the starting lineup. He did, introducing Emmanuel Dennis and Lukman. Probably they will be clamoring for a change in the formation or the tactics where you rely more on your wingers. I'm sure he has capabilities. Now we just need to regroup. We need to look for more talented players, more especially in the midfield. Wilfred Ndidi's absence probably could have affected the team, but irrespective, we still have the quality to do what we have to do. I mean, the Black Stars have qualified. Nobody tipped them to get here. Nigeria clearly were tipped to win. The Black Stars played at underdogs. In Kumasi, I believe that was where they actually won the game. You could see the belief. You could see the life in the team. Nigeria sniffed out the life in the first half. Unfortunately, we could not kill. And the moment you let your chances slide in a game of this magnitude, where you are more or less at a disadvantage, you need to win. And unfortunately, it didn't work for the Super Eagles. But irrespective of this particular the outcome of the game, I'll maintain Eguavoin. I'll maintain the starting lineup. And I must say, I should commend Etebo. Peter Etebo did quite well in the middle. He was able to box in Kudus, Pate, and the other midfielder. So meaning that he has a lot of life in him. Probably we could Victor Moses, who was rumored to have been joining the team. Probably he could come back. And I must also commend the scouting team of the Super Eagles. They are doing a very, very good job going around the globe looking for these very, very talented players who will be willing to play for their country. I would expect the Black Stars to do the same, because I felt like there are quite a number of talented players out there who would like to play for Ghana. And what more than promising them that, hey, if you come and you're good, why not? You can play in the biggest stage as the World Cup.
Well said, Babatunde, sub-editor from mynigeria.com. Perez, let me get the last bite from you. Then we move straight to the game between Senegal and then Egypt. Then we wrap everything. Then we get out from here.
I think for Ghana, the work begins. Per the state of our team, we can't sit back and say, it's not the 2010 team, it's not the 2016 where we had a crop of quality players. Now we need to fish out for those quality players. Is it a time to try, to make approaches to the likes of Hassan Odoi, Tayok Lamte? And I don't want to mention Mohamed Salisu, because for me, it will be a huge, huge disrespect to these players if Ghana goes back for Mohamed Salisu. We need to move on. But there are certain players who I'm sure now, based on the fact that we'll be partaking in the World Cup, will be willing to join the team. There are also certain players who came up for this particular game who showed glimpses of quality. Bukari, Elisha Owusu. You look at what he did. And much as I was impressed and I've been impressed by Baba Idrisu, I think Elisha Owusu is a bit more progressive, a bit more unpredictable version of its defensive midfield partnership we'd want to have. So the planning for the World Cup starts now. But the other thing we need to recognize is that our football is in a mess. And we need to find a way of saving our football, because today we had it against Nigeria. We lost out in 2018, and we might not be another time lucky if we don't put measures in place to push up or bring our football to the level that it ought to be. So it's a great night for Ghana football, especially because we are going to the World Cup at the expense of our rivals. But there is a lot more work that needs to be done. And I think the first decision the FA must do is to settle the Otuado Crisiute thing. And based on what we've seen so far, I think Otto deserves to take us to the World Cup.
I think Otto deserves to take us to the World Cup. We've heard from Perez Ezwa, and then Babatunde. Babatunde will be the busiest man in Ghana today. He will be more busy than His Excellency President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. But we are done with the Ghana game.
Yes. So a Ghanaian colleague there is telling me that they are beating up the Ghanaians in Nigeria. He's a journalist in there. And I'm having a discussion with him right now. He's telling me that they are beating the Ghanaians at the stadium. I'm trying to get more information from him, but that's the information I'm picking from my colleague there.
This is so uncalled for if it is true. Ghana and Nigeria, we are brothers, so they don't have to behave like this. It's just a game at the end of the day, but the love between the two countries and the friendship must still hold. But we are done with the Ghana game. We will follow up on this very one, but let's go straight to Senegal and then take a look at the final 15 minutes of the extra time between Senegal and then Egypt. They're going for halftime. Let me take your bite. We've seen what's going on in Senegal. Too many missed chances from the Teranga Lions. Babatunde, are they going to pay for it?
Senegal, I think that the challenge with West African countries has been that we hardly score, or we have the attacking players, but we don't really know how to score. And the North Africans, they know when to get us, they know how to get us, and they know. I mean, they understand our style, they understand our strategy. So there's always this belief that at the end they're still going to get a goal. I'm surprised Senegal, with the array of stars they possess in that team, Sadio Mane, for instance, they shouldn't be wasting such chances, knowing the caliber of the opponent you're facing. For Egypt, the Egyptians have always shown that they know how to soak pressure. The Egyptians have always known that they know how to go for the kill, you know. So it's still an open game. You never know. I mean, this is football.
All right, this football, that's from Babatunde. And then for your information, other games will also be coming up. But since this game is halftime, let's look at the other games that will be coming up. Algeria will be facing the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. 1-0 in favor of the Foxes. Is there a way for Rugobe Song and his squad, Perez?
I think that there's still, you would want to, if you are Cameroon, you want to keep your hopes up, but I don't think it's happening. If you listen to the former president of the Ghana Football Association talk about playing the World Cup qualifier in any of the North African countries, you would understand how difficult a task it will be for the Nigerians to get something out of this game, because it's for Cameroon to get something out of this game. You do.
Nigeria, why?
I wish for Nigeria. How I wish today was Friday.
All right. So you think that the Lions,
they are out? I think Cameroon are not getting back in. I think that the mistake, their defeat, started with the appointment of Rigobert Song. It was an emotional decision by Eto'o to hand the coaching job to his friend. And you look at their first game, and there was nothing tactical about how they played. There was basically, he couldn't do anything, and I don't think anything will change in the second leg.
I don't think anything will change. And now in Senegal, second half of extra time is underway. The Teranga Lions are attacking, wearing their white and green jersey. The Egyptians are in their red and black jersey. The Lions attacking.
I mean, the videos from Nigeria do not look good. I mean, fans have gone onto the field. They are chasing the players. I mean, basically what the players are now being protected, but the videos from Nigeria don't look good. If you are Ghanaian out there, please stay safe, because there's a point where you need your life. So be careful, stay safe, because the report from Nigeria don't look. It's messy. You know, so stay safe if you're Nigerian or if you're Ghanaian in Nigeria right now. Don't celebrate. You can celebrate later or in your room. You can buy a drink in your room, but don't go out there because things, as per reports from colleagues there, are not good.
Even if you are wearing a Ghana jersey at this moment, we've won the game. You can remove it, and then your life is more important to us than the World Cup. Back to the stadium, El Sanawi will take a World Cup goal kick for the Egyptians. It's being challenged by Bonusa at the back. Zizou wearing the number 11 jersey for the Pharaohs. He's very furious at his defender. And we'll be going through the Egyptian lineup and the Senegalese lineup again. We've done 2 minutes of the second half of the extra time. For Senegal, Edouard Mendy is in post. Salou Ciss as the left back. Papi Cissé, Koulibaly, Sabali, Idrissa Gana Gueye, and Ampalis Mendy are the midfielders. Ismail Sarr, Sadio Mane, Dia. Too many stars in the Senegalese team. And in Egypt, Mohamed Salah is still in the game. But Mamouche has been replaced. Trezeguet has been replaced by Zizou. In the midfield, Mohamed Enani has also been replaced. Ami Fati of Al Ahly is still in the game. El Solia, Air for 2. Yashi Ibrahim, Rabia, and Gaba are also the defensive pair of Egypt. And then El Shanawi is still in post. We are waiting to see if Abu Gaba will come on to replace El Shanawi if the game travels to penalties. And Senegal inside the attacking half of Egypt. But the Egyptians are defending in numbers whilst the Senegalese are attacking in numbers since the Egyptians are comfortable with the results and they may want to take it to penalties. But they hardly lose on penalties.
I mean, the Diago part is one of the best when it comes to, you know, keeping penalties. And we all saw it at the AFCON. So they will count their chances. For Senegal, they had enough, you know, to just bury this game, and by now they will be at their homes. I'll be gutted, you know, if Senegal gets out of this game. But I still think that they should be able to get something. Just win, and spare us all the headache of a penalty shootout.
Win, spare us the headache and the heartbreaks that comes with penalty shootouts. And the Ghanaians on social media are still accusing referee Saduk Selmi trying to sabotage Ghana. But Malan Sarr, Ismail Sarr, wins a free kick for the Teranga Lions, few meters away from the Egyptian box. And just like Ghanaians complain about Jordan Ayew taking set piece, if you go to Senegal, it's worse because Idrissa Gana Gueye takes care of the set pieces, and Ghana whips this one, and he decides to go down the floor. But the results from the gentleman wearing the jersey number 13 for the Lions, Papa Gay, went straight off target. 10 minutes. 10 more to go. El Shanari soaking the pressure for Egypt.
So I mean, the good news from Nigeria is that the security have been able to calm situations, and the Ghanaian supporters are now being moved. They are being shielded. So I mean, that's some good news coming from Nigeria with regards to the safety of our colleague journalists, because now Ghana has 2 reporters in Nigeria. Even some of our colleagues say they have to remove their Ghanaian jerseys because of this fear. So there is good news now that the security have been able to calm situations, and the Ghanaian contingent at the stadium are being moved into safety.
And at the Jubilee House, the celebration is not easy.
11 party.
I can say it. One Egyptian player is down wearing the jersey number 13. He has been taken off. L for 2, Ahmed has been stretched off the game. But the game will resume. Referee Gobar from Algeria. It's quite strange that a North African referee is officiating this game.
It's another indication of where Africa football is played. They have the best clubs on the continent. They have the best structures, and obviously, you have to be a good referee to officiate in such competitions. So I'm not surprised, but just that sometimes they should be a bit fair.
Sometimes they should be a bit fair, and that's what FIFA stands for: fair play. Idrissa Gana Gueye back to his defense, take the ball back to Saliou Ciss. Senegal dominating possession, but they barely done anything with it. You see if Savali was trying to penetrate. But Senegalese keep going again. More attacking play from Senegal. And Edouard Mendy has not made any save. But that was a good attempt from Bandian. But he was looking for a foul because he was heckled a little bit by the Egyptian man wearing the jersey number 5, Ami Fati. But referee Gobar decided to ignore the call. Idrissa Gana Gueye has been taken off. He's limping off and he has been replaced by Papi Sarr. Too many Sarrs in the Senegalese team. It's like Iceland, Sigurdsson, Aronson, Kekkinson.
And maybe the Dutch, Van.
But for, and those the veg people. But for your information, Ghana will be playing in the World Cup. Yes. Ghana will be playing.
It feels good, right?
And I'll be going to Qatar.
maybe the entire Ghana web team will have to be flown to Qatar.
Mr. Daniel Odo, Perez, Ezra, Dokas, Ankoma. I'm going to Qatar.
I think that
where they to?
I would say.
Ghana, go back now. Who support you? Be to my area. But we are back in Senegal.
We needed to qualify. I mean, the other day I did a story on 5 reasons why I think Ghana needed to be at the World Cup, and one of the reasons was that the current atmosphere in the country. You know, we needed football to deflate it. There is a lot of anger. There is a lot of hardship in the system.
And even today,
yes,
there is a lot of heat in the Ghanaian system.
Yes, and the only thing that could control the situation prevent it from escalating is the Black Stars, is Ghana qualifying for the World Cup. So we had to be there. And I'm more happy because the GFA took a decision that's quite unpopular. From all indications, government favored another person. Yeah. They stuck with Otuado. And for me, the only reason we are going to Qatar is because of Otuado. Because all the tactics, all the display in the 2 matches were not things that we've identified with the Black Stars in the last few years. And he came in and he introduced all of these things. And today, especially in the second half, the first half, he was outthought or outplayed. But he learned his lesson. And he made decisions that you need a coach of a certain mental fortitude to make. Those were very bold decisions to say, I'm bringing in these 3 changes because I think they are the men who can swing the game in my favor. And you don't have to underestimate German football brains unless the person is called Rafranik.
Then Man United fans chop 3 bullets. Egypt. More players are being taken off. And the 2 players who have the cameras on them, Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane, one of them will be saying bye-bye to Qatar. Today, we've done 11 minutes of the second half of the extra time. But the Senegalese at the stadium, they are not satisfied.
You know, football normally when it happens like that, where a team dominates and is unable to take care of its chances, it comes back to haunt them in situations. And I fear that might be the fate of Senegal, because they've played so well, but have not been able to put the ball at the back of the net. They should be like 3-4 goals up. But penalties, to a large extent, is 50-50. Whoever does its work well, who is going to nick one. And this game looks like it's going to end up in penalties. And the Egyptians will favor their chances.
The Egyptians will favor their chances. The new legs are being introduced in for Egypt. Three more minutes of added time. Edward Mendy has barely seen a ball in the extra time. And Mahmoud Allah, or in Labadi they will say Allah, has been introduced, a defender for Zamalek. That keeps going. And Mamouche has been booked by referee Guba. Mustafa Mohamed goes into the books of referee Guba. Senegal building the attack again. But the Egyptians, 2 more minutes, are coming out of their pole. Some beautiful display coming out from Senegal. But the Egyptians are coming forward. Senegal trying the long run, Sadio Mane. But the ball goes off.
That was a poor display.
I'm a bit young. And then the other happened. But inside the final minutes of extra time, penalties, Babatunde.
Yes, I mean, like I said earlier, the Egyptians came up with a plan, probably to frustrate Senegal from scoring, and because they clearly know that going into penalty kicks, they probably have the advantage going into that. So I mean, in as much as I'm scared Egypt might win, I want Senegal to qualify for the AFCON because they stand a better chance of representing Africa the best.
They stand perfect chance of representing us good, and that's my own bias. Egypt, 1934, first African country to go to the World Cup. It took them so many years, more than 50 years, to go to the world stage again in 1990. And after 1990, it took them close to 20 years to go to another World Cup, and that was in 2018. And in 2018, they were a mess. Egypt will have a last bite of attack. The cross is winging. But the gallant men at the back of the Senegalese were able to defend their lines, and the referee.
But you know another country that is currently crying over Ghana's victory?
Oh,
South Africa.
Pains. But as for them, I don't know why they are in pains. You couldn't qualify for AFCON. You want to go to World Cup. We don't do it like this. In that bro. 2 more minutes. And Egypt might be in trouble. They give the ball away. Senegal. But the cross from the Senegalese, number 12, was poorly delivered. Approaching the 2 minutes, we are done, and the referee will be ending the game anytime soon. But Ghanaians are still jubilating. And ne. My holiday in Kenya Bado. We need to celebrate this as people. But in Senegal, they are looking for double celebrations. Alan Jerez needs to be careful. He did this and he watched the AFCON final from the stands.
I mean, that game it's almost
it's done. So I don't know what he's trying to achieve. The game will be ending any moment from now. By stolen play in the Egyptian half. Egypt, they defend very well.
I mean, no way Egypt should get something out of this game. They've played nothing. You know, they've played nothing, and I would be sad for Senegal if it goes to the lottery, and Egypt gets something. They don't deserve to go to, based on what you've seen, they don't deserve to go to the World Cup. You know, boarding the player around Mo Salah, tried to hit long balls to him.
Tell me, inshallah, you play and you hope that Mohamed Salah will get his day. And that's the end of the final whistle from referee Goba. Another penalty shootout. But before we go to this penalty shootout, we need to do quick player rating for the Ghana game. But before we start the rating, Baba, who was your best Ghanaian player today?
I mean, if you ask me, I think I'll give it to Kofi Tre.
Kofi Tre?
Yeah, because when his introduction to the game stabilized the midfield, and I think that he brought some maturity into the middle, just to relieve the pressure of Thomas Partey. And his introduction again ensured that the ball kept flowing, and it pushed the Nigerian midfield behind. Aside him, I think the other person is going to be Jojo Walcott. He made a very, very good save with that Ikong header. If that had gone in, I think the Black Stars would have been, I mean, they would have considered quite a number of goals, because again, that would have killed the motivation they had. So Kofi Tre and Jojo Walcott for me.
Perez, Nigeria, who was your best player?
It's maybe Ola Aina. I think there were moments where he did quite well. Maybe Aribo. Aribo also impressed me. Itobo also impressed me greatly. In the first half, maybe there are two wingers, Ademola
and Emmanuel. They did extremely well.
They did extremely well in the first half. But I think overall, I would go for Itobo because she did quite a good job on our midfield.
Now let's go to the rating. Francis Uzoho. Quick one.
Zoho for conceding that goal, which has basically qualified the Black Stars to Qatar. I'll give him a 1/10.
1/10.
I agree, Baba, 1/10, and that's we are being kind. You know, yeah. He's had among the 3 goalkeepers on the Nigerian list, he's the most experienced of them all, and that ball shouldn't be beating any decent goalkeeper. That was a poor, goalkeeping from him.
Poor goalkeeping for him. Now let's go to Jojo Walcott.
I'll give Walcott maybe 8. I think he was great. He was outstanding. There were moments where I thought his decision area-wise were suspicious, but he did quite well. I think 3 or 5 very good saves that prevented Nigeria from getting the goal. So maybe 8 for Jojo Walcott.
8 for Jojo Walcott. Baba, let's go to Ola Aina.
Ola Aina was one of the most. He played extremely well. I think that in the first half, he was quite influential for the team. He had a lot of. He made a lot of rounds in the right wing himself and Emmanuel Danis, and that more or less pushed the Ghanaian defense behind. So I'll give him a 7/10.
Perez, I'll give you Calvin Bassey.
He was incredible. He was very good. You compare his performance to Bassey. Is it Bassey, the left back in the first leg? And I think that was a huge. That was a leap of improvement from him. He was great. Maybe it's unfortunate Nigeria couldn't win because I think offensively they did quite so. Maybe I'll give him 7.
You give him 7. Now let's go to the 2 center backs. You rate them together. Trust Ekong and then Balogun.
Trust Ekong and Balogun, based on their ability over the period when it comes to certain games, they've done well. Unfortunately, Leon Balogun was not able to play in the AFCON, so I'm sure they lost that communication. So the both of them is 6/10.
6. Perez, let's go to Amate and Jiku.
I'll give them 9-9 each.
9-9 each.
Yes, 9-9. They were in the first half where they appeared to be all over the place. Even they were able to calm their nerves, hold themselves together, and hold Nigeria and make sure they don't score. And in the second half where the structure came into place and they both knew what they were supposed to do, they just executed it. They held Osimhen. On a few occasions he had windows to attack, but they were great for the Black Stars.
They were great for the Black Stars. Baba, in the midfield, you had a table, Onyeka. I'll give it to you, Perez. A table and Onyeka as the 2 base for Nigeria.
I'll give them 7 each. They did a decent job. They did quite well. Table for me was my man of the match for the Nigerian side. Held the likes of Thomas Partey and Kudus. Kudus was lost basically in the game, and that was kind courtesy of Table, who ensured that he had no whip at the ball. So yes, I'll give them 7 each.
The players are getting ready for the penalty shootout in Senegal, but Baba Idrisu and Thomas Partey as the base for Ghana.
So, I don't think Thomas Partey has lived up to the expectation. In as much as he plays in an average mode, I think that he has a lot to give. And comparing him in the first game and how he went silent, in the second game again how he went silent, he's not able to galvanize the boys. And I think he's also lacking something that he would need to work on, his leadership skill, how to ginger the boys when the boys are down, how to instill that confidence in the younger lads. So with him, I'm going to give him a 6. With what's the player I mentioned?
Baba Idrisu.
Baba Idrisu. He got injured and was taken off.
He got injured and was taken off. For him, I'll give him a 6 as well. His influence was not too clear.
Perez, Fatawu Issahaku, Kudus, and Jordan Ayew.
Jordan 6.
Okay, I'll come back then. We'll do it quick, but let's go back to Senegal penalty shootout about to start. Senegal will take the first kick, and Egypt, quite surprisingly, didn't introduce Abu Gaba in the game. El Sanawi will keep the post, and captain for Senegal, Khalid Koulibaly, who plays in the Italian Serie A for Napoli, will take the first kick for Senegal. He's relaxed, calm, against the early goalkeeper, winning the CAF Champions League back-to-back. Arguably the best goalkeeper on the African continent who plays in Africa. Khalid Koulibaly will take this one for Senegal. Takes a deep breath. And Koulibaly missed. He was denied by the post. Senegal miss. And the Egyptians at the stadium are happy. El Shanawi went the right way, but he couldn't get it. Koulibaly was denied by the post. Mohamed Salah, this time around, will take the first one because the AFCON, but Salah against the best goalkeeper in the world, Edouard Mendy, already. Mendy has conceded 3 penalties to Mohamed Salah at Liverpool. But can it be different? One captain couldn't score. Another captain up. Salah takes a deep breath. Salah. And Salah miss. It's like Lionel Messi against Chile in the Copa America. Mohamed Salah, Wati Kube, Mohamed Salah Mendy also went the right way, but Edward Mendy, what a year it has been for him. Now Saliou Ciss will take this one for Senegal. Saliou Ciss wearing the jersey number 2. Defender plays for Nancy. He was born in 1989. And Saliou Ciss.
Oh, what's happening?
And he missed. It reminds me of what John Mensah and Dominic Edia did in the 2010 FIFA World Cup against Uruguay. That was a very poor ball, poor ball from the Nantes defender. Egypt up next. Egypt up next. Senegal have missed all the 2. And I'm very surprised if they miss again. But Edward Mendy against the man wearing the jersey number 21, Zizou. He's a penalty expert. Zizou is an expert. And Zizou also missed.
It's a battle of the misses.
It's the battle of the misses. 4 strikes of penalties. And no goal.
I think that there appears to be some laser lights on the pitch. I don't know whether that's affecting the players, but it's one of the things that the rules are against. And it's only on the Egyptian players. So, I mean, I'm sure after the game, it's one of the things that CAF or FIFA have to take. You look at it carefully, and it's on the face. It's not fair.
Senegal up next. Senegal up next.
Sa will score.
Malance. Ismail Sarr. And he scores. Senegal up by a goal after 3 attempts from the spot. Goalkeeper El Sanaou went the wrong way. But another one comes up next. Wearing the jersey number 4 for the Pharaohs, El Solia.
You know, and you see the laser lights are on the Senegalese Egyptian players when they are about taking their case. When their goalkeeper is in the post, then it's on him. I know that the
El Solia will take this one against Edward Mendy. Can he make the scoreline? And he scores. Nearly missed.
That was a lucky one.
That was a very lucky ball. El Solia scored 1-1. Mendy went the right way. It seems that quite different from the AFCON final where Mendy was all over in the post. Now,
I think Senegal have done their job. They've done their homework. They anticipated that this game could travel to penalty. So I'm sure they did their check. So Mendy seemed to have an idea of where, like able to predict where the Egyptians are going to play their penalties.
And Bamba Dian, 22-year-old Bamba Dian from Olympique de Marseille.
This is unacceptable. I think the fans in
and
Senegal,
what the Senegalese fans are doing are unacceptable. But Bamba Dian, and Bamba Dian scores. What the Senegalese fans, and I know FIFA, they will sanction them.
They would not be enough to.
But you see, and that's what we've been complaining about. FIFA will fine the whole club $30,000. This thing, they won't find them more than $5,000 or $10,000.
So, I mean, these things, they are not good advertisement for African football. I mean, in European football, it's only when you go to the eastern side that's when they tend to pull off. Even that, the referee is able to stop the game. So they get them off the scene. I mean, it's unfair. I mean, Senegal have been the better team.
Yeah, but they don't need this to win.
They deserve to go through. But doing this, it's not fair. Football, the motto of the game is fair play, and this is against what the game stands for.
Mustafa Mohamed will take the next one, please. For Galatasaray in the Turkish League, 24 years of age, born 1997. Mustafa Mohamed against Edouard Mendy, and Mendy saves. Mendy saves. It says Mendy is getting better at penalties now. Chelsea won't have to replace him for Kepa Arrizabalaga. Mendy saves.
And you realize that he times his moves. He
Yes.
knows that he can just get just 1 foot off the line. So he does that.
And Senegal up 2-1. And this will be the winning penalty. Yes, the man comes up
Sadio
again.
Mane.
Sadio Mane
You know, if it
won
happens,
the first Senegalese Cup against the Pharaohs. Sadio comes up again. His Liverpool teammates missed from the spot. Otikube. But Sadio Mane comes again. Sadio against El Shanawi. What a party Sadio will give to the Senegalese fans.
If he scores.
Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane. Look at the gentleman. Sadio.
he will score. Sadio must score.
Sadio must score. And El Shanawi must save. Sadio must score. And El Shanawi must save this ball. Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane!
Yay!
And Senegal through to the 2022 FIFA World Cup alongside, of course, the Black Stars of Ghana. The Stars are flying high. The Teranga Lions have booked their place alongside Ghana. But before we wrap everything up, let me tell you that DR Congo have started drinking goats in Casablanca. Morocco are up by a long goal. Let's wrap up with the player ratings and let's move on. Paris.
Do we get to?
I think we were talking about Kudus and then Fatawu Sakho and Jordan. You wrap it up.
I don't think offensively we saw a lot from them. We can't blame them that much. For Kudus, I'll give him maybe 5. He didn't impress so much. He had the ball a lot of time. For Jordan, he's still recovering from the COVID. There's a lot of pressure on him. Coach Otuado knew some tactics, so he brought him. I'll also give him 5. Fatawu Sakho, still yet to impress. You know, he has a bag of talent that we expect, but he did okay. I mean, once you win, it papers over all the cracks. So
Yeah.
I'll give him 5.
All right, Baba Tunde,
Well, that's another pitch evasion.
oh,
Pitch evasion,
this is bad. This is bad.
Disappointing, and
This is bad from the
It's bad to
Senegalese
watch.
fans. You've won.
it's bad for the optics.
So I think for the first time, our people in Africa they've stopped putting the limelight on
projecting the bad stuff.
projecting the bad things. But let's talk about Baba, your attack. Someone like Victor Osimhen, how you rate him?
I'll rate Victor Osimhen a 5 over 10. Reason being that he couldn't get a goal. As a forward, the moment you miss out on an opportunity or you miss out on the chance to get a goal in this very, very critical stage, you haven't done your job. Your job is to score. And the moment you don't get to do your job, you don't get to be rated. Aside that, well, he puts in the energy, realize he puts in the work, different from what we saw at the Baba Stadium. But if you're a striker, you refuse to score, that's all for you. And for Emmanuel Dennis, I mean, I must commend his effort. His energy was on point, his speed, and Ademola as well. So for them, I give them 8 over 10 each.
Perez, your last words, and then your rating on Tre, Elisha, and then Afenajan.
Afenajan, there is still some like Otuado says, a rough diamond that needs to be refined. I think in both legs he impressed. He did quite. He showed why Jose Mourinho trusted him enough to bring him to the first team of AS Roma. He showed why Coach Otuado trusted him enough to start him. So I'll give him 6. Chirel will get a 7 from me. Elisha also will get an 8 from me because both of them did the exact job for which they were brought onto the pitch. And if you're a coach, these are moments you like when your substitutions play the way you expect them to. Elisha was supposed to be the calming figure in Ghana's midfield. Get the ball, study it up, and try to locate players. He did that excellently. Chirel also was supposed to be that player who can run with the ball from the deep. He was supposed to be the Jordan Ayew of the second half, and I think he did that perfectly. So yes, an 8 for Chire and a 7 for Elisha for me.
Baba, your last words, then we go.
Well, the Black Stars have qualified to represent the continent. I see that the team has potential. I see that there are quite a number of young stars who can actually do what the team did in 2010. I expect them to do well, and I'm also very, very happy for Senegal, you know, and I'm very, very happy for the coach, Aliou Cissé. He's got some momentum, you know. We might see that team of Bruno Metsu in 2002 Korea-Japan World Cup. They could probably, if they continue to play well, play in the semi-finals of the tournament. Yes, I think that's basically disappointing for the Super Eagles. We just need to go home and regroup.
All right, so thanks for staying with us. It has been our coverage of the 2022 FIFA World Cup playoff. With covered the game between the Black Stars of Ghana and the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Ghana have booked their players to the FIFA World Cup for the 4th time in its history, whilst Nigeria couldn't make it 7th. Elsewhere in Senegal, the Teranga Lions have knocked out the Pharaohs of Egypt on penalties. 3-1, Mohamed Salah couldn't score, and then they are making their way. Perez Ezra Kwao, senior journalist from Ghana. Perez, thank you very much. Babatunde, the busiest man in Ghana today. Baba, thank you very much. Thank you very much to the entire sports crew, Joseph Adamafio, Emmanuel Lenin, the crew, Bernard, Richard, Docas, Kwame Adom, Ahiale, Emmanuel. Thank you very much. And for you who did the watching, thank you very much. My name is Joel Eshen, and before we meet again, it will be in the World Cup proper at the end of the year. It's bye for now.